Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel for another episode of Ultimate Werewolf. This game is my game I designed for Freya versus Ravenna. Is basically sister seers. If your team loses your seer, your team loses the game. But in this game, I asked the village if they want that win condition or the normal win condition where you eliminate everybody on the other team. About halfway through this game, I realized I should have kept the original win condition because that's what I designed the game around. But overall, what they take from it, I think I still balanced it out pretty well because the way the game is designed. I finally got I think I got the roles I want to keep in the game. I'm going to change out maybe one or two roles for the third iteration. In the third iteration, I think I might have it officially balanced. But anyway, it's still a pretty good game to watch, and I hope you all enjoy. So until next time, peace! All right, so this is the Battle of the Sister Seers. If anybody's been in this, had been in the first iteration, you remember this. But my question now is, all right, I'll go over to the two sisters. We got Ravenna and Freya. Ravenna is the evil one. She is on the werewolf team. She is not a werewolf. She's on a werewolf team, though. She's pretty much the leader of the werewolves. And she has the same abilities as the Mystic Seer. So every night she wakes up and sees an exact role of the person they're looking at. And along with that, she has another ability. She can shoot somebody at night one time. Freya is the good seer, the good Mystic Seer. Freya has an extra life due to nighttime kills. So if like the werewolves try to kill her at night, on the first time she stays alive, but then I'll message Freya that you lost a life. Okay? And that's her extra ability in addition to seeing exact roles. Now the question I want to ask the village, I'm going to need 8 votes from here. We're going to do it like the Joseph up and down. The last time we played this, it was a chess. Nobody's writing this down. Well, I haven't really started yet. So the last match, or last time I played this, I had where it's like chess settings. So if you lost your seer, the whole team loses automatically. So the question I'm going to ask the village if they want that role or just play traditionally. So we're going to vote on that right now because it's up to you guys. It's y'all's village. Y'all want to do. So up is if you lose your seer and your team loses, or put down the traditional rules. So I need at least 8. I don't know where Elliot went. His screen is black for me. Well, are y'all voting now? 3, 2, 1. Up is for if you lose your seer and die. Down is regular rolls. Okay, y'all want the regular rolls. All right. We'll not be using the huntsman then.
To be fair, I think the like instant end of game was really good when we had fewer people because it just led to like sort of quick, I don't know, high stress. We have to do it now kind of moments. But with this many people, it could. I'd prefer it lasted a little while.
Well, I had a huntsman made for just in case we did it that way. Huntsman was going to be like, he knew who Freya was, and if Freya was targeted, he got to choose to sacrifice himself, and when he died, he had the hunter ability. So instead of that, we're going to use Snow White, which is essentially the apprentice seer.
Do we have the seer though? The normal seer?
Well, you're going to have Freya.
Oh, okay.
She,
No, but I was thinking the normal seer, not the mystic seer. But
Well,
okay,
yeah.
I get it. That's too powerful
Well,
if we can.
yeah,
One
so
more seer. Yeah.
if you lose Freya, apprentice seer at like a regular seer.
Okay.
I have the Wicked Witch, one that poisons Snow White in the story. So last time I had the regular witch, but this is a Wicked Witch. She's on a werewolf team, and she cannot be killed by werewolves. I will roll a 4-sided die if the whoever's Wicked Witch gets to use their power. Who they target will be poisoned. And wherever the dice roll is, that's what day they'll die on. And I will say this, both seers are immune to that. So she can target a werewolf in another village or whatever, but if she happens to target seers, it'd just be a waste. Alrighty. Next we're going to have the old hag. In this game,
The Wicked Witch one, is this just a one-time ability or every night?
it's a one-time ability. I'll roll a 4-sided die. Whatever comes up on that number of day, that person will die because they were poisoned by the Wicked Witch.
Further clarification on the witch. Is she aware of the werewolves, or are they aware of her?
Nope. She's not aware of anybody. The only thing is she cannot be killed by the werewolves.
But she can kill a werewolf.
Yes. She's evil. She doesn't care about anybody, but she's on the werewolf team. All right. Next one. Old Hag. Old Hag is going to be very powerful in this game because she's going first on the night order. So her effect will take first before anybody else. So when she goes first, she chooses somebody. That person gets to leaves the village immediately. I give you a nice fancy reason why you left. But if you had a power, guess what? You're not using it that night because you're already gone for the village. I'll just hold up no power or something like that. Okay. Good. I got a traditional bodyguard. With my bodyguard, you can protect somebody twice in the same row, or 2 nights in a row. If you protected that person twice in a row, you cannot protect them no more the rest of the game. You can still alternate between other people. But like I said, if you figure out who a seer is or a good appointment role, you want to protect them twice in a row, you can do that. Just know after that, the second time, you cannot protect them anymore. Good. At the diseased. When the disease is killed, the werewolves do not get a kill at night. We have a tough guy.
Do they know their diagnosis?
Yes. Tough guy. Everybody's going to know I don't like playing that. So tough guy, you just take a little bit longer to die. If you kill at night, you won't die till the next night. We have unknown number of villagers, unknown number of werewolves. Reason for the numbers, I'm going to play Wolverine again. Because it's a personal goal of mine, because every time I played it, I forgot his stupid sound. So I want to try him again. So Wolverine is a werewolf. The only difference is if he's the closest werewolf to the kill, you hear this sound. Everybody heard that?
Yep.
It's scraping metal because he has like silver claws. So if you hear that at night, you know the target was closest to the Wolverine. And it doesn't have to be Netstone. He's just the closest of all the wolves.
And if he's equally close?
I'll let y'all hear it if he's equally close. You got the wolf cub. The wolf cub dies during the day. Werewolves get 2 kills at night. And I'm going to have a mystery wolf for you. And you only hear the mystery wolf if it comes up. And that should be all the rolls. Any questions?
Do all the wolves know who Ravenna is?
Nope. So that was one of the things I was going to do. If y'all decided to go, if you lost the seer, I was going to have them, when they wake up on their first meeting, I'll tell them who Ravenna is so they don't actually vote them off. But since we're not playing that role, it doesn't matter now. I'll just leave to where she can't die at night either by werewolves. So Ravenna and the Wicked Witch cannot be killed at night by werewolves. They didn't want to know who Ravenna is, or Ravenna won't know who they are.
I have a question. So they can't die at all at night, or just the first attempt?
Who?
Ravenna.
Ravenna cannot die at all by the werewolves, or Wicked Witch cannot die at all by the werewolves.
Okay.
And Freya is a Mystic Seer or a regular Seer?
Mystic Seer. A good one.
Okay.
How are you going to do the werewolf win condition? Do Ravenna and the Wicked Witch count with the werewolves?
Yes.
Or again? Yeah.
Again,
So
the
they
tough
need to
guy,
die too.
The tough guy, Jugan, if they die during the night, if they are targeted during the night, they die the next night, right?
Correct.
They just get one more day. Okay.
So the next night, you should have theoretically have 2 kills unless people use other powers, but
yeah.
you just get extra day to talk about your life and what you wanted to do with it.
Yeah, but they wouldn't know that they were targeted, right?
Correct.
Hmm.
They would not know.
They're covered.
I mean,
in
if
blood
nobody
and
died,
scattered
they
werewolves,
could
but they don't
speculate.
know about it.
You can speculate why nobody died.
And the bodyguard won't protect the tough guy on the second night, right? So
No,
if the bodyguard
because
protects-
he would be already dead. Now, if the bodyguard protected the tough guy, then the bodyguard would have kept. So he would still keep both of his lives intact.
Are we going to have regular werewolves as well?
Yes.
Is that a possibility?
Yeah, regular werewolves and regular villagers.
Okay.
Are they going to be hunters?
Well, the huntsman was the hunter, but we're no longer playing him now. Oh, this would be fun. You know what? I'll make Snow White a hunter too. So when Snow White dies, she gets a shot. How about that?
I like that.
All right.
Oh, White
That's cool.
dies? I thought she lived happily ever after.
If she dies, she gets to shoot somebody, okay?
Well, it's our job that she lives happily ever after, Elliot.
We're not
Either
letting
way,
them-
it's going to end up confusing as hell.
All right, I'm going to roll everybody's roll right now.
Let's see. how it goes.
Alrighty. Bells will tone. Time to go to sleep. So the first night, only the team's going to wake up, or pretty much just the werewolves. So all my werewolves wake up. You should wave at each other. He's seeing this many. All right, well, let's go back to sleep. Nobody died, so it's day's yours.
No seer checks on the night.
You know
zero.
this, Lucas. Don't ask.
I just wanted to confirm.
I was. That's why I took a minute. I was like, I don't know if they should be powerful enough yet, but no.
Yeah.
And if you have any like questions, you can just direct message me. It's fine.
So I guess we should nominate Gary because she left.
I'm just typing a message. Just ask
Okay.
a question.
No problem.
I'm still here.
We said we weren't going to do that the first night. I think.
I think you cut off. I couldn't hear you.
I was just asking a question. If you see a tail wave past me, it's one of my cats. It's not me.
Interesting.
Is it
Interesting.
a
I have
werewolf?
three cats. I have werecats, not werewolves. I have three cats.
I'm assuming we're killing from the get-go, right? Because of the way this is the amount of characters involved. Because I know there was a big debate in one of the previous games I was in, will we kill, will we don't. I usually kill the first day because
Usually on the first day, we actually know something.
Yeah.
Unless somebody
Yeah,
wants to come out with a roll, which doesn't make any sense at this point, we're not going to know anything. Not a
I
single
think
person.
think
other
Flick
than-
is bloodthirsty. Noting that.
But we don't have anybody who, right? We don't have a
No, but
set
I
scratch or
think
somebody who would turn
we don't
if
know
we choose
anything. But
if we choose not to kill, right?
I will say this: there's a reason why I don't allow the seers, because I want this. Say somebody gets a seer and they never used to be a seer; they just come straight out. Kind of why I don't do it. Kind of ruins it. I want y'all to actually talk amongst yourselves first.
Hi. Actually, I don't care which is theoretically better. I'm always up for killing someone.
like,
Even if it's yourself.
Elliot. All right, Elliot.
Even
you're
if
number
it's me. Half the time it is me, but I just like killing people.
I also don't think that
it's
we
better
need
for
to.
the village as a whole. Plus, it sometimes can give us a little bit more information on the second day. But I know some people don't like it. It's like, seeing as we've got a little bit of extra time with the 2-minute defenses and stuff, it might be worth having those conversations now, but also then deciding what's going to happen so that we know how the village will maybe vote. Because it's usually the third vote, but just...
Well, I always say everyone should decide for themselves if they want to kill or not on the third. I always say the village should never decide, so never should ever have the peer pressure of their vote.
Oh well, nobody should
I
be
also
forced
think
to
in the
anything. I
first
just
two
feel like if we had
nominations you can get information and then maybe make that decision based on that, because if you now decide not to kill, then the next nominations are pointless. So I
Yes,
think it doesn't
that's
make
why
sense to decide that
I
now.
say everyone should decide for themselves.
But can the village accidentally kill the good seer?
Sure.
That's the risk.
Yeah. So they get, but at night the werewolves, there's an extra.
Yeah. That would be a
But
very
the good seer has 2
so
lives
that's the
as
risk.
well.
Is
So
if we
even
kill, is that we could lose our seer and lose the 2 lives of the seer. Even though I know there's a apprentice seer too. So
I mean, there's so many roles that have 2 lives though that even if we accidentally kill, I'm normally against killing on the first day without information.
But they're only
this
night lives.
No, but we have, we have
nice,
2 minutes.
yeah.
So what I'm saying is more that we have extra time to get that information if we're doing nominations.
Look, the way I look at it is we can take a kill of a random player, or we can let the werewolves kill a player with them knowing who's on which team. It may not be great taking a random kill, but I prefer that to the werewolves taking a kill knowing everything.
The werewolves are going to get to kill it regardless.
Yeah, but
yes.
At least we get half the kills, if you like, where we're randomly killing people than 100% of them being the werewolves killing people.
So I have a question for Elias and Daniel. How do you like your steaks?
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Why me? Why? I don't know why me.
Because she's for the first time here, she knows who to be afraid of.
Daniel, you have a reputation.
I'm halfway through
That's a
the
bad
carnival game, and
reputation,
at the moment, I'm currently at the stage where Daniel's trying to convince everyone he isn't a werewolf, loudly.
I'm not even trying anymore, Gary. I'm not even trying anymore.
already used 5 minutes.
I want to make a nomination.
We should nominate, yeah.
I want to nominate number 1. Just haven't heard you talk. That's it.
Hold on. I got 1 nomination. Is there a second?
I second.
All right, second.
Thanks, Lucas. Thanks, as usual.
Well, the first is usually.
All righty. All right. Like I said, nobody talks during this man's defense.
Did I get to say why I nominated him?
Oh yeah, you can say why you're nominated. Thanks for reminding me.
Well, it's just because I haven't heard you talk. That's it.
And Lucas second. So why?
Because it's the first nomination and he should probably be safe. Because I don't want to kill Bolash.
All right. Mute yourselves. And if you unmuted yourselves. Arbilage, the first minute's yours for defense.
Yay. Happy New Year to everyone, first of all. I usually don't talk during the first couple of days, so I don't have much information. I'm trying to get some info, observe people, how they react, how they come up with new ideas. But as Lucas said, I'm gonna decide for myself that I don't want to kill during this day because I have nothing to base it on. So
If that's you're done, if you're done with your defense, everybody can start asking questions.
I have a question. What's your favorite color?
Blue.
Okay, you're safe. Okay.
Yeah, You should be careful with Marisol when she asks you questions like that.
No, I mean, because
These questions are only for the defendant.
What's the wrong answer?
Red, obviously.
No, red.
I said questions only for the defendant. And we're getting a lot of sidebars. So if you have a question for the defendant, you still got 38 seconds.
Yeah, I have a question, Balash. Do you trust number 16?
He changed his name from Elliot to Simon, so I don't know. I do.
Balaj, do you want to come out with a roll so that we don't kill you?
No, not yet.
Are we done with questions?
I got one. Balash, do you think anyone named Simon is suspicious?
No, I don't think so.
My
All
internet
right.
crashed for a second. I have no idea what's going on.
Yeah, and you're out of order.
We're voting on Balaj.
Hold on. I gotta move Mari back for the stream.
Jugan, the timer keeps running. You should either stop it or what?
I'm down. Ain't like you're gonna kill anybody anyway. So we got 17 in here, so I need 8 to kill. 3, 2, 1. Only one down, you're still alive, Lodge. And I'll hold for a couple seconds for you, Lucas.
I panicked because I forgot. I'm used to Joseph's games where up means you kill somebody, and I was like, "Oh no!" Did I
Yeah,
just
with 17, you did. With 17, I think you did 9.
9, yeah.
Yes.
Unless someone secretly has a double vote.
Yeah, 9. 9. Never mind.
So why don't you like Balash, Daniel?
What is it?
I was totally not convinced by everything, by anything he said. And when we asked him to say a role, he didn't even say a villager. So
Why would I? I'm on the village team, but I won't say that I have a role. Neither
said
that
it
I'm
now.
the.
Okay. Villager is a role, by the way. So that's.
I know, but if I say that I'm a villager and the next time you ask me which role am I and I have to come out with something, then I guess it's
lying. Why not? This is a game of lies and deception.
Yeah.
In the
Just,
process, good people in the game should lie as well.
But
So,
I
sometimes,
don't.
right?
I like the as well.
Want to lie.
Take it from the master. Master of deception.
And by master, she means Dumbledore.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Just give
do.
us fake clues. If you're a werewolf, feed us fake hints. Convincing fake hints.
Daniel, are you planning on lying to us this game?
No.
That is a lie in itself. He smiled.
I'll nominate number 16.
I got one nomination for Simon. I have a
You're
second.
not gonna die, Simon. No worries.
Do I have a second for Simon? Nope. I'm taking that away.
Oh, is that Marie? Did Marie put their hand up?
Marie
Marisol
seconded
second.
it, but she
Yeah, I
was
was trying
muted.
to second it. Yeah.
Oh, you
We'll
were.
say
Okay,
we'll say second because I'm looking at like 16 different other screens. So
Okay, I second it.
alrighty.
You don't know how painful that was for me not to second it immediately.
So is that number 16 Simon or number 2 Simon?
Number 16, Simon.
Oh.
All right.
So, and the reason why I nominated is because I don't know number 16, but he looks like the person who usually cannot lie, and maybe he will tell us something about his role. But I don't know him, so it's just a guess.
All right. And Mari, give your reason.
I'm just trying to move the game along. I honestly don't even know which Simon it was when I said it.
All right. You can meet yourself. Simon, the first minute's yours.
Okay, I am a villager. Yes, this isn't my first time playing, but it's my first time playing with all of you. So I'm just trying to get a read on all your things. I'm actually keeping track. In the games I play, I tend to find the people who talk the most tend to be the guilty ones. So I'm actually keeping a track. First time I've ever done it of who's done a lot of talking. So far, I have found it's been Lucas, number 5 Lucas, number 7 Daniel, number 14 Flick, number 2 Elliot. They've done most of the talking, so that makes me immediately suspicious of them. As I say, I tend to think if people are talking a lot, they've probably got something to hide and trying to cover their nerves. Other than that, I don't really have much. Balash, I've not heard any of his defenses.
All right, now it's question time. Y'all can ask questions.
Oh, I managed to drag that out very well.
Is it true, Simon, that your favorite number is number 7, which means you would never suspect me?
I don't know how you know that, but my favorite number is number 7.
There we go.
Yeah.
So your list, Simon, is just based on people who've talked, not on any real suspicion on anything that they've said or done.
No, I generally find it very hard to read people. So this time I'm literally just making a tally of who's doing a lot of talking, because I tend to think the people who try to steer the conversation the most way are either, if they stay alive quite a long time, they are either werewolves or they are villagers who are just completely barking up the wrong street, so the werewolves are happy to let them stay alive. Barking, oh, no pun intended, I suppose, yeah. So if somebody's doing a lot of talking and they're staying alive, as I say, they are...
All right, we're sadly out of time for defense. Now we're voting on Simon's life. Down to kill, up to save. This is the second nomination, so you either have 1 more or 2 more minutes on the clock. 3, 2, 1. 1 down for Simon. Simon, you're still alive.
Was it? I saw you, Elliot, and I have to admit, I was slightly tempted because I knew you'd probably be safe on a second nomination. But that whole thing about people talking, like, Simon, seriously, no, we're getting too meta into this, and like, it's just ridiculous. And I feel like that is more suspicious about the fact that we're totally taking the piss and not actually trying to find werewolves.
Oh, so you know number 16, Simon. He said he's never played with us before.
Yeah, lies. So many lies.
Complete lies.
He did look familiar.
But also, like, if we do just take the mick too much, we are not going to find the werewolf because we're going to run out of time because we're just having a laugh, and that could be a distraction method in and of itself, Simon. So,
Mr.
Simon, you're muted. We can't hear you.
In the games I have played previously, but not with you guys, even some of the things I've said in jest have been misinterpreted and taken seriously, and I have been killed for it. So I am trying to be careful not to say things in jest. Yes.
Elliot? No, Elliot is... What? Elliot is nominating Simon again? Is it a real nomination, Elliot?
I don't think so.
Host, can you add my phone, please? Because my internet's really dodgy on my laptop right now.
Add your what?
My phone. I'm trying to join on my phone.
I don't.
How long do you think we can keep the Freya alive in case she has to come out at some point with all the defense
3
stuff?
nights.
At least 3
Guys,
nights.
40 seconds.
More than that.
Excluding her own ability.
Potentially 4 or 5 nights.
We need to nominate.
But they shouldn't come out yet.
Yeah.
Bigger chance the village will kill her.
If the disease just want to come out, we can get them out. I'm sorry that sucks to play that way.
No.
They should not.
No,
They
we
should
need
not.
the deceased. We need the deceased.
Mm-hmm.
We need the deceased to stay hidden.
I'd like to nominate Coraller.
I got 1 for Corraller.
Second, because we're out of time.
Alrighty. I'll try to do something real quick. All right, give y'all's reasoning because of time.
That itself, and something that I didn't write what, and I don't remember. Most of the times I remember something that he said before. So while we were talking about the werewolves, types of werewolves, getting out with the rolls and stuff like that before, and killing people or not killing people. I don't remember what line he said, but something that I've written a star near his name. So this second thing with the disease thing, that just like went for it for me.
For me, I think he just got diseased and cursed confused. So I don't think I think that might be an honest mistake. And he's actually not on my suspicion list. But I do think that we should get at least a third nomination. And even if we decide that we don't want to kill, I want to get as much information as possible. And timer was about to run out, so I wanted to make sure that we get to see another nomination. That's all.
Alrighty. I'm gonna mute everybody again.
Simon's ready to vote now. All right, I'm gonna use all my minutes. Yeah.
There we go. There we go.
You admitted, Crowder.
Gosh, maybe I am feeling. I wrote the diseased. If they get killed, the werewolves don't get a kill. That's my understanding. So even if we kick them out as a village, the werewolves wouldn't get a kill tomorrow night. So that's why I said they're the only safe person to get.
Oh,
I'm wrong about that.
Yeah. If the werewolves killed the diseased at night, the next night they don't get a kill.
Oh gosh. Okay. Well, I have a history of not reading rolls and like messing up games, so this is just fits in with me. I was an advocate of killing somebody. What Flick said. Now I'm the third nomination. I don't think there's anything I can say that will convince you not to kill me. But unless I'm not one of the sisters. So.
All right. If y'all want to ask questions, now's the time to do it.
Are you saying you have never played with the disease before?
I've played with diseased and cursed, so I got them mixed up. I'm also not good at I'm terrible at werewolf, writing understanding roles. Watch the Voldemort game, you'll know.
Don't get me started on the Voldemort game. Let me know.
I haven't seen that one yet, so don't spoil it.
Hey. Questions for the defendant.
Just for the record, my nomination does not have to do anything with the Voldemort game.
I got a question for Koala. I totally believe that you messed up the rules because I had the same impression of what the rules were as you. But does that mean we shouldn't kill you, given this is the third nomination?
I would prefer not to, but I was a strong advocate for killing somebody. So that's very hypocritical of me.
You think you're a huge loss for the camp if we kill you?
I'm not I haven't done my power yet, but I'm not the game's not going to be over if you knock me out. I'm on the village team, but it's not the end of the game if I'm out.
Are you more suspicious of Daniel or Barbie?
I've never played with Barbie, and Daniel, I haven't played with. This game hasn't gone long enough for me to tell.
All right. We're voting on Corella's life. Time is up. Court is adjourned. It's time to vote. 9 to kill. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 is just enough. So you bring Corella down to the gallows. You think he's a hairy furball that was not invited to the village. You strap him up to the post. We'll start out the day like every day. He goes, I don't know, y'all want to burn him to death because y'all some sick people. And as you start lighting this fire, you got hair spritting out everywhere. His face comes in this long snout thing with some big teeth, trying to break free, but he burns alive. You have killed yourself, a werewolf. And with that, everybody can go to sleep. Wow. Village is off to a roaring start. Let's see what goes on tonight. Let me get my old hag to wake up. Who do you want to send out of the village tonight? All right, old hag, go to sleep. Let me get my... Wait, Huntsman's not in the game anymore. Bodyguard. Who do you want to protect tonight? Thank you, bodyguard. Go to sleep. Priest. Priest, wake up. You want to use your power tonight? Oh, no, not everybody's muted. Thank you, priest. Go to sleep. Let's see. Next is the wolves. All my hairy wolves. Who y'all want to kill tonight? Who? I got 2 different names. Oh no. All right, wolves, this is who I got. Y'all agree on that? One of y'all did not agree. All right, I'm taking majority. Go to sleep. My alpha wolf. My alpha wolf. You can alpha wolf, go to sleep. Alrighty. My seer's time. So Ravenna. Who do you want to look at? Oh, okay. Did you see the one I just showed? Ravenna, do you want to use your power? Go to sleep. Freya. Freya, wake on up. Who do you want to look at? I'll show you their exact role. Village stay asleep. In the night, you heard this sound. And last but not least, let me get my wicked witch to wake up. Do you want to use yours? All right. Go back to sleep, wicked witch. Alrighty. Very interesting night. Let me tell y'all what happened. First off, Daniel, your invention was selected as best show, and they want you to go over to the next town over, Danielville, and show it off. So you will be back tomorrow, or back tonight. Thank you, Daniel. There when I wrote them down. And there was no kill last night.
But we did hear the Wolverine thing, so
Yeah,
whoever
we
was
heard the
targeted.
Wolverine thing. So how does that work? I thought
So-
someone was dying to hear that.
Any thoughts on why there was no kill?
So it could either be the priest, it could be because they attacked Daniel and Daniel was taken out of the town. It could also be because he was converted, whoever was attacked, because the wolf died and there's an alpha.
There was such
The bodyguard or the old hag or
Freya. Freya could be
I
targeted.
suspected someone with 2 lives. Daniel would be 2 easy.
We should ask Jugan if the sound appears when someone is targeted, and Wolverine.
The
is
sound
closest.
appears whoever's targeted. Not that's not a big
Okay,
kill.
the targeting, yeah.
that
So
mean-
it can be everything. Everything can.
that
So
because
It can be one of the 2 seers. It can be bodyguard. Can be tough man. Can be priest.
Freya.
What else? The wicked witch.
Let Ned talk for a second.
Oh, sorry.
I've been trying to speak. I was saying there was disagreement with the wolves. They obviously could make up their minds they had to go with majority. Does that have something to do with the Wolverine being too close to the target that was selected, do you think?
Yeah, could be, yeah.
May well do. And my suspicion is, I mean, I don't think Daniel's targeted because who would ever target Daniel night 1?
But it's another thing. Daniel could have been targeted.
Yeah, that's what I was sort of saying.
The hag goes first, doesn't it? So
Yeah, they
that
go
doesn't.
first, so
Yeah, that would
whoever's
save
power wouldn't work. So then it must have been. Well, no, it mustn't. There's no guarantee that it must have, but it's most likely to have been the hag that sent
Daniel.
No, definitely the
Only
heck sent
scenario.
Daniel away.
No
It's
other
only the
scenario
heck.
than the hag having sent Daniel out.
But I
Only the
wonder-
heck.
So we think that's what saved Daniel?
No, Daniel didn't die. He was only sent away.
I mean, either that saved Daniel or something else saved someone else.
Right.
Well,
So
which the target was, the way probably would get an idea who might the Wolverine be.
I just come out of my role because I don't want someone else to claim it later on. I'm the tough man. So no one after me can claim tough man. I mean, I'm up for someone challenging me, but he's a
Were you
werewolf.
targeted
If he's
or no?
no, I don't know if I'm targeted. I'm just saying I don't want later on in the game someone claiming tough man.
That's fair though. So if Lucas dies if you are the tough man and you were targeted last night, then you'll die tonight. That's fine because that will tell us if the Wolverine's closest to you. At least that's some piece of information that would be.
And you know the evil sister can claim to be a tough man because she has 2 lives.
True.
No, the good one. Only the good one has 2 lives, right? The evil doesn't have.
But the good one gets also told, right?
Yeah.
If she uses 1 knife.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, I just didn't want the werewolves to use the tough man role.
Okay.
I think you might have already been targeted, Lucas, because if you're on the village team, it's very good for the village because you're vocal and very observant. So if I was a werewolf, I would get rid of you as quickly as possible because I don't want you around.
But
Nice to say.
Very nice.
I've got a thought here, which is Lucas is number 5 in the tough man. Daniel was sent out and is number 7. For me, the person in the middle, and I'm sorry, Bobby, you just happen to be number 6
That's
today. I'll
me.
take whoever was number
I would
6.
like to remind you, though, that I seconded Corella, and that was very suspicious of me, and I realized that it was if he had not been a werewolf. But I bet I made a gamble on Daniel
You
being
could be
on the good
Ravenna
team.
because you don't want him on your team.
Ask Flick last time I was a werewolf how many werewolves I accused of being one.
Yeah, but you were lone wolf, right? Yeah.
I mean,
I'm
so
distracted
Andreas
by
asked an
that.
interesting
Okay.
question that I think we could potentially play off of. Since we don't lose if Freya is killed, I think Freya could potentially come out and still live like 5 or 6 days, just based on the priest saving them, the bodyguard saving them on alternating nights, and them having 3 lives.
They should only come out if they have information.
Absolutely. But I mean, if they have information at this point, they should know that it's okay to do so because we can still keep them alive for 5 or 6 days.
Yeah, I agree with Graham and Andreas. So if Freya, right? Yeah, Freya has either found a werewolf, or we are targeting someone with a very good role, and Freya knows his or her, then should come out. Otherwise, obviously, don't come out.
I think it's too early.
No. So
only if they have good information.
Yeah, if they have information, they should come out.
Last night and got hit because they'd be notified. That's another reason they should come out. But
because we can really protect Freya many nights, probably more nights than the game will have nights.
Well, Freya knows that she's been
I
hit.
get what you're saying there, because like the werewolves could target, but at the same time, there is a chance that they may not, and they may not be best suited to come out unless they have information.
Yeah, sure. So always, if they have information.
I'm saying the bodyguard saves on alternating nights, which means every second night they still save someone else. If the werewolves happen to hit on one of the nights where they're not bodyguarded, they have 2 additional lives. So they would, and then even if it gets to the 4th or 5th night, then the bodyguard can save them 2 nights in a row. So
and it also gives the priest an early chance to use his power before he or she dies.
You don't want the priest to die without having saved anybody.
I have to say, I get your logic, and I don't think it's all terrible. But in terms of people who voted up on Corella, I would note, Lucas, that you're one of them, which does make me.
I was also one of them.
Me too.
There was a lot of people who voted up on that.
I voted up as well.
And the third vote of the first day.
There were a few of.
So we're willing to go through a day without a kill.
100%. I'm happy to be proven wrong, and like Barbie made a fine point that at least telling people that we're not going to kill means we're not going to get anything useful out of them, and it so happened that we killed a werewolf. I felt going into the day that this is a waste. We don't know anything. We're more likely to just randomly kill someone. So
Daniel, your camera is on. I hope you hear us. And you don't
get naked. Don't get naked.
Yeah. So I thought you were.
I can see you, Daniel.
Daniel, turn your camera off. You're not here. You're in Danielville.
We almost saw you switching clothes, so that's why I wanted to warn you.
Will Freya know that she's not
I'm
alive?
sweaty when I play, so I had to just.
No worries. No worries.
No, it's okay. Just in case you were planning on.
Yeah, what I would say is, Lucas, you coming out as the tough guy, for me, buys you a little bit of credit because no one's challenged you on that yet, which makes me.
I think day 2 coming out as tough guy, no one counterclaiming it should almost 100% clear me, but yeah.
It gets you a lot of credit in my book. Yeah. Graham, particularly after that meeting voting up, I mean, for me, Barbie and Graham are the best bets for today. I don't have strong views as to which one.
Jerry, what do you want to say?
Does that make sense?
I don't think Barbie.
Jerry,
will Freya know if she's lost a life?
I would actually like to hear from Steve because I noticed you've been watching a lot. So I wonder if you picked up on anything.
I think Jerry asked the question first.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Sorry, yeah.
No, that's cool. Will Freya know if she's lost a life?
Freya should know.
Yes.
Yeah, so if she was targeted and lost a life, then yes, she probably should come out. But if she hasn't lost life, then she probably shouldn't come out yet because she's got a couple more nights to get some information because she's the Mystic Seer. She can tell us who exactly everybody is.
Yeah, it depends on her information.
And then she can start clearing. If she lost life, yeah, probably best to come out, but she's only got 1 night of information.
Yeah,
she hasn't yet.
I think once she found the werewolf, she definitely has to come out, and the rest depends on how the rest of the game goes.
I would like to nominate Grow.
I second that.
Well, can I ask the question that I was asking? No.
Oh, sorry. So yeah.
Too late.
Okay. Sorry, Mari.
It's okay.
Just the reason because I haven't heard from you, and usually you speak a bit more.
You stop.
Usually you tend to speak a little bit more. You're not totally silent, and that's the only reason. I haven't heard from you today.
And the second one?
And you also voted up on Corella.
Alrighty. Grow, defend yourself. Got the first minute?
Yes. Well, I actually thought Corella was good. It was. I saw him in the Harry Potter game. He is really not that good at remembering stuff. And yeah, I'm on the village team. I don't want Justice Balassi. I don't want to come out with a role or anything, but I would be sorry that if you killed me. And I know I've been silent, but I've been trying to watch a bit and see what I could figure out. And except for I'm finding that Flick talks a lot. That when Flick talks a lot, she's usually a role. So I'm not saying she's a bad role, but that at least is a bit suspicious to me. But other than that,
Question time. Question time. Anybody got any questions?
Statement rather than a question.
What?
Can it be more like a statement rather than a question?
Nope. Question.
Because I was going to say.
Do you have any other suspicions, Grow?
You can form any statement as a question by saying, "Don't you think?" in front of it.
I'll allow it.
That's a good point. Was it? Don't you think that whenever we've played together, that you've generally been quite quiet, Bro? Because the last time we played, you were a newbie, so like you've been quiet in games I've played in, quietish.
Yes.
So like I don't know if that's a sign either way, but just
no, exactly.
Yeah, Grow, do you think it's a werewolf move to claim you're a role but not give us any details on that?
No, not really.
Alrighty. Defense is over. Yeah, somebody out of the village, so now we need 8 to kill. 3, 2, and a 1. There's only 2 down. Growy's still alive.
So who was down? I saw Elliot there. Who else was down? Oh, hey,
Lucas was dead.
Because I'm a big advocate of if you say you have a role, then you should come out with it. Because werewolves now no. The problem is once you say you have a role, then it's over. You either say you're a villager or you don't claim, or you claim a role. That's in my book, but that's my playstyle.
Yeah, but the only reason why I didn't vote down was because it's the first nomination. I feel like we should use our time. But otherwise, I would have voted down. Same reason as Chris.
Yeah, like it wasn't.
I am a villager.
Like,
I thought that was clear.
Defense, but Grow, like in the previous game, like your defenses weren't great, and I just put it down to you being new-ish. So, and I think maybe just a bit nervous, but like I don't know. I will say it wasn't the best, but then again, Simons aren't always the best either. So,
but Simon's a new player this game as well.
Simon's a new player. I don't know his defenses.
I don't know him. So I would like to ask my question to Steve because I know you've been observing. So I would like to know if you picked up on anything or if you've seen anything.
Well, there's a few players in here I haven't played with before. I've played with many games and many of you before, so I am, I have my starting of my suspicions, including I am still suspicious of Lucas, notwithstanding that he claimed a role and his vote to kill on the first kill of this day. And there are others I am starting to get suspicions of as well. Not enough to come out because I think we still have important roles we don't want to kill during the day if we can avoid.
So. Again, you can be suspicious because of what I'm saying, but again, as long as no one counterclaims tough guy, please don't nominate me because
no, we shouldn't.
I am a confirmed role as long as no one's counterclaiming.
Yeah. Have we heard anything from Andreas?
No.
Yeah. Sometimes.
I questioned Corella on his disease claim, which I didn't believe at all. That's why I voted him down in the end. when he said like, "Oh, if you kill him, then the werewolves don't get any kill," and I
Sorry,
didn't buy that because he's not
Sorry,
that
I
new.
thought you said you were diseased there for a second. I was like, wait, what?
Even if he did understand
No.
role, it didn't.
No,
it
Coralla,
wouldn't make sense
seriously.
as a
So
werewolf
I know
like
he
that.
was a werewolf, but he seriously misunderstood the deceased. 100%.
There's
like,
no matter what
given-
team he was on, there was no reason for him to ask disease.
But he also gave
He
two
understood
different reasons. Like he first said that I thought he confused cursed and diseased, and then he said, oh, he just thought if they die anyway,
Yeah,
and then he went
that
back
was a
to,
bad
oh, I
defense.
confused that, and that was
The
like,
mix-up,
which one of
the
the
mix-up
two
was
is it?
definitely a bad defense.
To be
The mix-up
honest,
was definitely a defense.
given the Harry
The
Potter
disease
thing,
is a good village role that wants to stay alive,
Hidden,
long,
yeah.
hidden, exactly.
Hidden, yeah.
Although I will say, given the Harry Potter thing, like he basically mixed up the most important fundamental part of the so like
It was good for my team, Flick, but I know
again,
it
we should seriously go back to that Daniel probably was targeted because he caught Coralla on his very last nomination.
Yeah.
And
he's a good first night kill for the werewolves, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah, agreed.
Barbie and Gro, you are my prime suspects. I'm sorry.
But would I really have seconded and voted down a werewolf? I
That's a good defense, yeah.
I mean, like honestly, of course I could have. It could be some sort of a meta play, but it wasn't. I'm a villager.
I don't know, werewolves
I
do throw
think a
werewolves on the
second on the third one there would have been is a very easy second to do because somebody would have seconded it. And to be honest, I'm more suspicious of the people who voted down on Coralla because
they know he's a werewolf.
Well, yeah, a third vote again. People would generally think they're going to vote down, so werewolves would vote down just to be safe. So that is, I am suspicious of the people who voted down, and the fact that you second. I don't know if you would, but it doesn't clear you. Is all I'm thinking.
Yeah,
the fact that you voted down.
No, it
makes me
doesn't
more
clear.
suspicious. Yeah.
It's fair.
I do have one fault, Lucas, to your line of reason. I know I just myself earlier, but with us only having heard one night where Wolverine targeted something, we wouldn't normally, if someone died, say, well, the closest werewolf to them must be next to them.
No, could be also two away. That would include Graham or me.
Or three, if you like. I don't think just because we know that a particular werewolf was the closest out of all of them to whoever was targeted last night, without, if you like, 2 points of reference as to who was targeted. With only one, it gives us no more information than we have in an average game.
And it's not given that they targeted Daniel. It could be anyone else.
Yeah, sure.
We'll find out tonight if they targeted Lucas.
Yeah. Or whether Lucas is lying. Who knows?
Again,
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Did we lose somebody?
It would be easy werewolf kill if for the real tough man to come out, saying, no, Lucas is lying.
Just to let you know, there's like 3 minutes on the clock.
Yeah, so I'll nominate Luciana.
I got one nomination for Luciano.
I'll second it.
The reason why I nominated is because Luciana, if she has a werewolf, she usually does not want to kill me on the first night. She voted up for Coralla, and she's 3 away from Daniel. No, there are several reasons why I suspect you.
I second it because I'm just trying to move the game along.
Okay,
All right,
yeah.
Luciana, you can defend yourself.
I'm a villager this game. Yay! Because the last 4 games, I was a werewolf, and I'm usually not that happy. But this game, I'm a villager. I am claiming the plain vanilla villager role. Please, how many do we have? Because I'm waiting for people to do so I can write down their lies. But no, don't. I know it's their second nomination, but people have died on their second nomination, so don't kill me. I'm a villager. And Lucas, I actually...
You muted yourself?
No,
You said I actually...
Oh, I defended you when Steve said you were sus because I trust you that you're a villager. The tough guy.
All
Because
right,
defending
time
me
for
is the logical
questions.
move, yeah.
Time for
Sorry.
questions. For the defendant only.
Yeah, what's about you say? I noticed that you've been going along with whatever Lucas said for the whole day, like very much every argument. Did you do that to protect yourself?
I do that because I trust him. If he's a werewolf, please kill me because I'm no help to the village. Even though I'm a villager, but if he's a werewolf, and you can kill me straight away. Third nomination, okay, you already know Luciana has to die. But I trust him, that's why.
So why did you vote up on Coralla?
I honestly believe that it was a genuine mistake. It's a mistake that could also happen to me. And I'm not a person who says, well, you made that mistake, you're gonna die. Because I sometimes wish that somebody would actually save me when I make that mistake. So that's all. And I mean, you have no information, and I do believe that people make mistakes.
Alrighty, that's the end of the defense. The court has adjourned. Time for the jury to deliberate. We're voting on Luciana's life. Second nomination today. Yeah, one more after this. Or 3 minutes and 25 seconds. 3, 2, and 1. That's only 4 down. Luciana, you're still alive.
Why, Elliot, are you just voting down on everyone? Because every time I look at you, you look like you're voting down.
I always am a little more trigger happy than most people after first couple of days, because I think if you always leave it to the third roll, you stand a very good chance of getting someone who's got an important role on the third one and putting yourself in a bit of a bind. I trust Lucas, and Lucas nominated Luciana, and if I think a villager's made a nomination and picked up on something, I'll give them a little bit of cred.
Yeah, but so her defense convinced me. That's why I voted up.
Okay, so if someone else nominates her, I'll vote up next time.
I would like to nominate Steve.
Got one for Steve.
Second.
Got a second for Steve by Luciana. Alrighty. Give y'all's reasoning.
Oh, he's a werewolf.
Okay, yeah, I don't know, but I'm sus because he not just because he voted down on me. I mean that also counts as a genuine mistake. If he's a villager, he cannot know, but more because of he doesn't really trust Lucas. And again, it's not 100% sure, but to me he's like 98% clear since no one is counterclaiming it. And yeah, I find just the combination of all that kind of sus.
And onto that, that's what made me suspicious of him. The fact that he was suspicious of Luke. So that makes me think he's a werewolf.
Oh, it's only thinking. Okay, not no.
Yeah, it sounded very definite.
Yeah, overthinking it.
Yeah, it did sound very definite.
Well, I like to sound definite on when I accuse people. I don't want to be wishy-washy when I do that, so.
Like, don't get me wrong, I was pretty definite in like one of the previous games, but
Alright, we're getting a little off track. Steve was nominated. I heard y'all's reasoning. Now you're doing little sidebars. No, we're not having that today. Steve, go ahead and unmute yourself. You got a minute.
Okay, I don't have too much to say other than a villager. I was suspicious of Lucas because of the way that he's nominated and voted. I understand. I don't know that anything is contrary to him being the tough guy, but I'm a villager. We don't have to kill on the third day, so I'd ask that you not kill me, and I to answer any questions anybody has.
Why should we not kill you?
Well, we only have so many villagers. Nobody. Why would you want to kill me?
Would you agree that we forgot to mention today that the Wicked Witch acted last night, so potentially somebody else will die tonight, and if we have multiple deaths, it doesn't necessarily mean that a tough guy died. It could have been somebody who was poisoned by the Wicked Witch. Steve?
That's a possibility.
Okay, good. Yeah.
Steve, are you an important role?
I'm a villager. Was our second question? I didn't hear the other question.
Yes, I would like to know if you have any other suspicions other than Lucas. Is there something else?
Yes, I have. I'm suspicious of Elliot and all his votes. I'm suspicious of Ned because I don't think I've heard anything from Ned, and it's not his birthday today. So
Yeah.
that's what I have for the moment.
I got a question for Steve. Have you ever played a game with me where you haven't been suspicious of me at some point?
I probably I haven't. I voted when you claimed the seer in that game. I voted up for you in the first game, and everybody made fun of me. So
yeah, it's a werewolf then.
yeah, I wasn't.
Alrighty, we're out of time. We're voting on Steve's life. We need 8 to kill. 3, a 2, and a 1. That is enough. You bring Steve down because he's convinced he's another one of those pesky furballs that y'all want to get rid of. Bring him down to the gallows. Mari, since you're accusing, you grab the axe and go to chop off his head. You see, he completely morphs into one crazy looking werewolf. Tries to run away. So you chop off his tail, he screams bloody murder, then you swear and slice his head off. Y'all killed yourself, another werewolf. Let's get Daniel back from being gone. Double check, make sure everybody's muted. Alrighty. Village is doing pretty good. Got 2 werewolves already. Alright, let me get my old hag to wake up. Who do you want to send out of the village tonight? Remember, you cannot send the same person twice. Thank you. Let me write down my notes. Thank you, old hag, and go back to sleep. Alrighty. Next person, let me get my bodyguard. My bodyguard. Who do you want to protect tonight? Thank you, bodyguard. The priest. Wake on up. Do you want to use your power tonight? Thank you. Priest, you can go back to sleep. My wolves. All my wolves, wake up. Y'all hungry tonight. What do y'all want to eat tonight? Alrighty. Thank you, wolves. Go back to sleep. My alpha wolf. My alpha wolf. Do you want to turn that person? Thank you, alpha wolf. Go back to sleep. Ravenna. Ravenna, wake on up. What do you want to look at? I tell you there is that roll. Do you want to use your ability tonight? Also. Alright, if so, who you want to shoot? That who you want to shoot? Updating my notes real quick. Freya, wake on up. Freya, wake on up. Who you want to look at? I'll show you theirs after roll. All right. You Freya, go back to sleep. Wicked Witch. Wicked Witch. You want to use your ability tonight? So you want to use it on? All right, let me roll my dice and see. Thank you, Wicked Witch. Go to sleep. Yep, there's no Wolverine sound tonight. Everybody, wake on up, wake on up. Let me tell you what happened last night. First off, Mari, your invention was second place to Daniel's, and you're invited to the Constellation Village, Mari's village, to show it off. I'll see you tomorrow night, or tonight, when you get back. And there was no kill last night.
Again, no kill.
So again, another person with 2 lives was targeted, or they targeted the arena or.
The thing is, Marisol was the next obvious target. That's one reason. And secondly, the problem the werewolves have, usually if you target someone, they night 1, and they don't die. You usually suspect them of being a bodyguard, so usually try another night. In this game, they don't know if it's the Wicked Witch, or if it's Ravenna, or if it's the bodyguard, or something. I think that's it, yeah.
I mean, I would still, if I was normally a werewolf, target the same person again. We know they didn't because we didn't hear the Wolverine sound.
That's true.
That's a good point.
Which
That's a good
leads
point, Elliot,
me to believe that they know why things didn't work the first night, and that's why they were willing to pick someone else tonight. Which leads me to either you, Lucas, as the tough guy, and you coming out told them don't bother with you, or they knew something about Daniel and being sent out, and they could target someone
If he
else.
was the tough guy, he would have died last night, though.
No, I think Elliot means they target me now.
And he was targeted the first night.
Yeah.
I wonder why the people voted up for saving Steve.
Yeah. But before we ask them, I'd rather let Daniel talk because he missed the whole day.
Yes.
Just say what if he has something to say.
Well, the not screeching sound can mean that people can target someone who is not close to the Wolverine, right? Or we kill the Wolverine, one of those two. That's my first suggestion, my first guess, or logically based opinion. The second logically based opinion should be that not killing somebody could mean that someone could have been alpha wolfed, right? There's another possibility. On the other hand, Marisol could have been targeted.
And alpha wolfed, yeah.
Those are the opinions, the possibilities. Another thing could be you, Lucas, but I wouldn't say that it's you, because I would say that someone, if it was the Wolverine and they targeted me last night, then it's in the first numbers. And if they targeted you, we should have been listening to the screeching sound as well. So I'm not sure. Many scenarios are possible. On the other hand, from last night, what I can say that I found in the game is, in a way, Balazs voted up for Steve, and I think I have him high on my list from since day one. And I don't think I was persuaded by Gro's, should I say, defense when you nominated her. She wanted to say that she was a role, but she's still alive. I don't know. Those are my two suspicions at the moment. And I'm not sure about Elliot, but it's Elliot. I would go with the tells, not with guessing about Elliot being good or bad. If he's the last, then we just kill him as last. But I would say that those two are my top of my list, Grow and Balash.
Yeah. So Balash, your stage.
Yep, I voted up on Steve because I had nothing on him. So.
But he suspected me.
I know, but
the one person who came out with a roll and didn't have any counterclaims.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, Daniel, I can explain everything. I'm jealous of Guami and want my own village.
It's fine, Elliot. For now, you're safe.
I mean, the same could go for Flick and Strawberry because they voted up too. So.
Andreas wanted to say something.
Yeah, but I had Balash on my list, and that's why I doubled down when he voted up on Steve.
Yeah, no, I agree because I had it on my list too.
Can
Go ahead, Andreas.
Speak? Yeah.
I'm just wondering what number Steve had when he was the 8. Was he the 8?
16.
No.
I think 16.
15. No, 15. 15.
15. Yeah. Because I suspect they might have targeted Daniel in the first night, and that's why they haven't had him back. And then would have thought, of course, there's a chance they target him again and turn Daniel. But with him being 16, it's unlikely that if we kill the wolf,
he was nominate Andreas.
One for Andreas.
That's
Do I have a second? All right, I have no second. I'll take it back.
Why would you nominate me?
Well, I think your theory is a little off, and what I'm starting to think is that Lucas might have been targeted night 1. When you found out he was only the tough guy, you had no.
But I would have died.
He would have died.
Now, Elliot. That's just rubbish.
Already
rubbish.
Yeah, Elliot.
So have 2 lives.
No, this game
dies.
it only means that he dies the next day.
Ooh, Elliot didn't understand a role. He must be a werewolf.
Nope. Same here. I thought I had the same thought as Elliot.
So let's say I was targeted last night. I would definitely die next night.
You would be dead by now.
Yeah.
Yes, if I had been targeted first night. Yeah.
Okay, no. In which case, yeah, that changes things.
So I have a question.
Can I clear something up? I've just been accused.
Oh, sure.
Can I at least clear something up? I was under the impression that it was better if the werewolves weren't aware what roles were there or not. I was under the impression it was better that I didn't just say, I'm a plain villager, I have no role. So they could try to figure out who did have roles. But if that's not the case, I'm just a plain villager.
So I have a question for Flick. Flick, you were one of the people who said we should definitely kill every day, and then you voted up on Steve.
I queried how we were going to play at the start, because sometimes I'm in games where people think we shouldn't.
No, yeah, but you said you personally think we should kill every day, and then you vote up on Steve.
We maybe should kill as we went to go on. But the thing is, there's a lot of people here who, like Jerry and other people, who we haven't heard an awful lot from. And like, Steve was making some things, and there was like a tiny little flag. But like, the thing is, I just don't have enough information from other people, and I'm getting a bit cautious about killing people.
I nominate Flick.
This is the thing. We don't
second.
like. I get what people are saying about growth, but with other ones, you know.
All right, give your reasonings for nominating.
Well, she doesn't really want to explain why she voted up on Steve, because Flick is usually a very observant person, and if she says she wants to kill every day and then she doesn't want to kill Steve, who was very suspicious for doubting me and other reasons, makes me very suspicious of her.
And who was the second one?
Do you want to go, Luciana, or me?
I wrote Barbie and Luciana, so.
Go ahead, Barbie.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm usually bad at trying to find people who are werewolves, but I have had Flick on my list since day 1, because when the timer was going down and she was speaking and we had 5 minutes and I said 5 minutes and she still kept on speaking, then I was thinking that it would be in a game where there's a timer. That could be also the thing that a werewolf does, to try to just run us out of time, so in the end we make a panicked move or we don't kill anybody. So and then some other things that she said, that I think Lucas already had mentioned something that didn't add up in the things that she said. I apologize if I'm wrong. It's not out of the question that I'm wrong, but my suspicion now has risen to the level where I would second the nomination.
All right. Flick, it's your time to defend yourself.
Okay, so I don't actually remember what Barbie's talking about because I know when I started, I was just double checking because I was just quite concerned about the amount of roles and the amount of werewolves and whether or not we should kill from the get-go. And I wanted to follow the lead of the village so that we had a best bet for the village. In regard to Lucas, like, I don't know. Steve's being one of those ones who doesn't talk a lot, and I didn't know, and I just wasn't 100% sure. And I figured the village was probably going to vote down, but I don't know. I wasn't sure. There was this small flag, but like I felt Grow had more of a sus feeling than Steve did, and so I just wasn't sure. That was literally what it came down to. Wasn't 100% sure. I wanted to hear more from other people. Granted, it is the third nomination, but like there's other people who aren't speaking a lot, and I feel like it's all the same voices. And I know I say this in a lot of games, but it does feel like a lot of the time people aren't talking, and it's all the same people, and then we miss the point, and then we miss the werewolves. Although
all right, it's question time. Your defense is over. Question time. Any questions for the defendant?
I have a question. So, what do you think about Strawberry then? Because she voted down as well.
See, this is the thing. I don't know because I haven't heard a lot from Strawberry. So this is why I'm looking at Strawberry and Jerry just for like more information generally. I will say Gro's defenses have been really bad. Gro's defenses have historically not been the best in games I've played with. No offense to Gro. So like that could go either way. But I will say it has been a really bad defense. You know, the other ones I don't know because there's not a lot of information there on them. But that's where I'm at. Steve,
there have been a lot of other wrong votes, guys, so we should not kill on the first nomination at least. Give us time for the day to speak stuff. I have so many things to say.
Alrighty. Listen, if you don't stop, it's on you. After all, he had you one day. All right, we're voting on Flick's life. 3, 2, 1. That's not enough. Flick, you're still alive.
Just saying, I voted up because I want to hear what Daniel has to say before we kill.
Yeah, same. And we should
Same
use
here.
the nominations.
Yeah,
we really should.
And I'm not talking much because I'm sitting watching everyone's reactions.
But I mean, do you have any suspicions? Because right now you voted up for Flick, and I mean,
I have a few.
Would you like
Nothing
to
solid on them,
tell
but
us?
I do have a few.
Are we going to find out a few?
Yeah. Like, do you want to
Yeah.
tell us?
It's Elliot.
Wait, your stuff's on Elliot?
Yep.
Okay.
That's normal. Me, I'm villager.
Well,
you're
just wanted to
not
ask
in this
Graham.
case, Elliot. I think in this case, I actually.
We should drop the Elliot thing. We are all suspect on a 50-50 on him. Just let Elliot be. Let him be. If he's surviving the game and he's bad, we'll kill him.
So then you said we should not kill Flick because you have a lot
I
to
just
say.
want to. I just want to ask
No,
Graham.
just say it, please.
Yeah,
now.
yes. I have stuff to say. Yes. Can I say it? Like a minute?
Okay.
And you know 1 minute. Firstly, I want to ask Graham. Was that comment in spite of Coraller dying? When you said, "Oh, I don't understand the role, so kill him now." Was that in spite of him dying?
That was me joking because that's exactly what Elliot was arguing for Coraller dying. Yeah. Yes.
Okay, but we killed a werewolf with Coraller.
Right, and just because we made the right play, or it happened to be the right play because he was a werewolf, doesn't mean that it was the right play. I still go back to day one. I don't agree with Flick and Elliot. Just because
but that reaction is genuine, and I would
mean
not.
it's the right play.
Yeah, but the reaction is genuine. Those are the social clues I go with. Those are the ones.
And my reaction is still genuine. That I think it's wrong to say that we should definitely kill on a day where we have no information.
I think that. I think that as well, but I would never say it because.
Can you continue, please, Daniel? Because we're running out of time.
Yeah, and I don't think as well. I don't think Flick is a werewolf. She might be a bad role though. That's my conviction here. Like being the witch or the evil seer.
Wicked witch, or
yeah, but
Ravenna,
we don't care about the wicked witch and the Ravenna, right? We don't.
Ravenna, we should cap. She can kill someone. She can kill someone.
She can kill one person, and that's it.
Yeah.
Drugan, can you give us a rules clarification? Who do we need to kill to win?
The werewolves.
Y'all voted for regular rules.
No, we don't have to kill everyone.
Yeah, you do.
We have to kill every bad
role. Even the witch.
Yes.
They count for as werewolves. They count as werewolves.
They're on the werewolf team.
Simon would like to say something.
Yeah. So, I don't know if you all heard last night, but there was the alpha wolf was given the choice of doing something. The most obvious person to have been killed last night was Daniel, because he had no suspicion, and obviously because he had no suspicion, it would be really easy to turn him into a werewolf.
So up until now, I don't have a message on my chat. So I'm playing as a good person here. So
that's what I was thinking about, Simon. But I think
maybe
if he was targeted
one of my
first night, we would have had the Wolverine again, because we killed Steve, who was really far away number-wise from him. Even if we killed the Wolverine.
And who was the other person who we killed? Who did we kill?
Prada, but he died before.
If you're a werewolf, if you turn me as a werewolf, I just die. Right?
Yeah.
Right? This is something that would happen. So am I a good target to be alpha wolfed? I don't think
so. Just one thing is more information, because I think we had like a few villager claims. Now, if we go through the numbers, I think we can't have more than 2, maximum of 3 vanilla villagers here. So when more and more people claim vanilla villager, I think we should get suspicious.
Yeah, I mean, growing. It's so far it has been growing.
She said she's a role, and then she said she's a villager.
I said that too.
I'm just gonna nominate.
Before we nominate someone, we had to already. Anyone else? We have suspicions on Jerry?
Well, Jerry's trying to say something.
You're muted.
You're muted, Jerry.
Jerry, you're muted.
Sorry. So when Steve was doing his defense, he went and threw up to Elliot and Ned. Now, I realise that werewolves sometimes go and throw the wolves under the bus or the fur farm, but generally they do try and throw suspicion on other people to try and take the heat off themselves, and Elliot's quite often targeted because, he does quite often get killed. So I think from that, him throwing them out as those suspicions, they probably are safe, just based on what I've seen in the past.
I'll nominate Strawberry.
Yeah,
Second.
All right, give y'all reasoning. First of all, hold on. Unmute yourself and give your reasoning, and then mute yourself back.
Time of day 3 is running out, and Strawberry voted up on Steve, and I want her now to say something for her defense.
Same.
Alrighty, Strawberry, this is your time to defend yourself.
Honestly, I didn't have any reason to suspect him, so that's why I footed up. I had no evidence.
So you didn't think it's suspicious that he was suspicious of me? It's a question.
It's not question time
honestly,
yet.
no.
It's not question time yet. She still has 38 seconds on her defense. Unless she wants to give up the questions, still her defense.
That is my defense.
Okay, then say so. Now questions.
But I mean, don't you think that suspecting someone who has come out with a role and who has not been counterclaimed is suspicious?
Not necessarily so. Because somebody else could have that role but aren't willing to come out with it.
Yeah, I agree, but wouldn't you say that claiming tough guy is actually a role that you would like to, you could counterclaim just because you're not that easily to kill? And it's more safer?
Yes, but like I said, they could be waiting for the right time to come out and counterclaim it.
I have a question for Strawberry. When is the right time?
Whenever they see fit.
Do you have a role that you want to come out with?
I don't.
Do you
So you're
have a
claiming
role?
villager. You're claiming villager.
Yes, I am claiming villager.
Sorry, Graham, you were saying something when I cut you out.
I mean, I'm good.
Do you have any other suspicions then, Elliot?
We're asking Strawberry questions.
Yeah. Asking her. Do you have any other
I
suspicions?
do. I have one more suspicion, and it's Simon. And my suspicion is because he has been unusually quiet for him.
Alrighty.
This first game.
Everybody muted. We're voting on Strawberry's life. We still need 8 by my count for a death. 3, 2, 1. That's only 7 down. Wait, hold on. Keep them up. Keep them up. Yeah, it's only 7. You're still alive.
I think the only thing suspicious about Simon is his unusually good internet connection today.
True that.
And also only voted up, so we have 1 minute and 30 seconds
Yeah.
left.
I mean, I don't think there was a good defense, and
Wait, Ned is nominating someone.
I'll second that.
Who?
Well,
Who?
I'm nominating Grow.
Who?
Grow.
Grow.
You nominated Grow?
Yeah.
And who seconded?
I seconded.
Alrighty. Ned, unmute yourself and give your reason.
Well, everyone talks about the quiet people sneaking on the radar, but mostly the quiet people like to observe and listen and try to piece things together through the den. One of the things I find peculiar is we have, 3 people who've claimed Vanilla Villager? And I am Vanilla Villager, and I've been listening to one claim after another, and I'm like, okay, well, somebody's lying. Luciana probably is telling the truth because she just came out with it, wasn't pressured into it. Grow didn't want to say her role at first and then changed it to Vanilla Villager, and now Strawberry's saying Vanilla Villager, so it's one of the two. But since Strawberry skated through this nomination, this will be the one I'd vote down on.
All right. Meet yourself, and Daniel, give your.
Well, she's on my suspicion list, and first she was claiming role, then she said she was a villager. She's not dying in the she's not the target. Many facts just come together that make me be suspicious of Grow. I'm sorry, Grow. I like playing with you. I don't want to be against you, but it's just what I hear and see.
All right, Grow, defend yourself.
Yes. I'm gonna do a traditional, as Flick called it, bad defense. Because that's kind of what I can do. I'm just a villager. I'm suspicious of Flick. I'm a little suspicious of Simon, but that's about it. I don't really have a lot to say about anything, so if you have questions, go ahead.
Are you suspicious of me?
No, I'm not suspicious of you, Elliot. You're just being Elliot.
I find that suspicious.
I have a question. So, if you're claiming Vanilla Villager, are you saying that me and Nat are lying?
I'm saying I don't know who are lying and who's not lying.
So, but do you
trust? And I usually actually trust Daniel to be able to suss out who's lying and who's not lying, and that's not looking good for me. So, for once, hopefully, I'll say you don't think he's right.
Is Strawberry on your team?
I don't know.
I have a question for you, Gro. Do you suspect Daniel of being one of the 2 bad roles, which are not Werewolf, because I am?
He could be. But I don't know.
did you also find it suspicious that Daniel said he shouldn't care about the 2 bad rolls? I mean, he probably misunderstood the role, but he actually wanted.
I thought we're not
Daniel,
killing those.
sorry, you should
no,
be.
sorry, I thought
found
we don't
that
killing. We're not
suspicious,
killing
yes.
those.
You should be asking her questions, not talking amongst yourselves. Got 10 seconds left.
Also, do you think it's not good? So if I die, Daniel should be suspected, right? Because then he rules the village.
Yes.
Thanks.
Who are you sus of?
It's over.
Alrighty. Time has come up. Y'all can stay muted after this because y'all going straight to sleep no matter the outcome. Alrighty. Still need 8 to kill. When this is on grow, you stop eating my notes. 3, 2, 1. If there's not enough up to save you, Grow, you drag Grow down into the guillotine. This time you're going to slap her into the guillotine. Since I forgot who nominated. Whoever nominated first grabs the thing, releases it, and Grow starts transforming into a werewolf. But for some reason, her claws are don't look like normal werewolf claws. And she screams at the moon. And you hear this when you do it. Because I don't care. Y'all kid yourself a werewolf. Alrighty. Alrighty. Did my person Mari came back. Sweet. Welcome back to the village. Congratulations, you got $2 for your trophy or your invention. And Andreas gets 200 cool points for that cool joke you gave about Simon's internet connection. Because I can, because I'm the deity and I'm the god. So, oh heck, let's wake up. And who you want to send from the village tonight? Thank you, old hag. Go to sleep. Let's see. Who's next on bodyguard? Who do you want to protect tonight? Bodyguard, go to sleep. Priest, do you want to use your power tonight? You can go to sleep. My wolves, all my furry wolves. Wake on up. Who do y'all want to kill tonight? You can go to sleep. My alpha wolf, my alpha wolf. Thank you. Ravenna, wake on up. Who do you want to look at? You want to use your second ability tonight? Let me make sure my note's correct. All right, Freya, wake on up. Wake on up. One more time, who was that? I double asked. Almost showed you the wrong one. There you go. Alrighty. And Wicked Witch, do you want to use your ability tonight? Thank you, Wicked Witch. Go to sleep. All right, let me tell you what happened. First off, Daniel, they loved your award so much, they wanted to see it over in Guami Village. So you had to take it over to Guami Village so you can show it off to them. So you see you back tonight. And there was no kill last night.
Oh my god.
Oh, I would like to say something. I was attacked last night.
Okay.
Whoever the priest is, I need you to use your potion on me. Guys, protect me.
You are saying you're Freya.
I am saying I am Freya, and I am down to my last life.
Elliot.
And I think I've proven that. And I think I've proven that as well.
Who have you seen?
Well, not much, because when the old hag took me out, I couldn't use my power. So I couldn't see anyone that night, and then I saw somebody this night. But I don't want to clear anyone, because if I did see Ravenna, it wouldn't be shown to me. So
don't say good rolls, I think.
Yeah, Elliot.
I got two.
Can you say
balls. The first one.
Can we let Elliot block, please?
All right.
The first one is Grow being Wolverine at number 9 for me makes it feel very likely, particularly given Krella was already dead, that Daniel was targeted that first night, and that's why we had the Wolverine sound and why no one died, and then of course he was sent out. The other thing I would say about my defense is, yes, it's possible, it's right, but I'd also say that Daniel, I think, has been coming very close to claiming Seer yesterday in terms of what he was saying, particularly with certain comments like Flick isn't a werewolf but might be on the werewolf team.
He can't be Seer until I die.
I didn't feel Daniel claiming that at all.
No need. Me neither, because I had the same notes as him. So,
but isn't Freya the Seer though? Like, are we talking? Like, I'm not sure what you mean by
Freya, sure.
Yeah, Elliot is saying Daniel could be Freya, but I don't think so. And he also didn't claim that.
I could sort of see the logic, because Daniel's been sent out of the village, but like Daniel's been sent out of the village from the get-go, so like that would imply someone knew that, you know.
I don't mean in terms of him being sent out. I mean in terms of what he was telling us yesterday about certain people. So, for instance, the comment on Flick that she's not a werewolf but could have a bad role.
Yeah, but anybody could have, like, whoever has the bad role, isn't it? That they're
and you know, Daniel could only use his power once. The one night he wasn't sent out.
At this point in time, with 3 werewolves dead and hardly any villagers dead, is it not just better for everyone just to come out with their roles? And then basically anybody who doesn't, or any conflicts, we can sort out.
I'm always up for saying.
Because
I mean, we're doing really good.
Marisol.
Yeah,
we're doing super good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are.
I will stop them. Oh, sorry, go on then, Ed.
Wait.
I don't know.
I'm just conscious about the way we do that. Do we have the villagers come out first with a role and get then cleared by Marisol, or should we let Marisol call out people and their roles so those people can clear Marisol? Let's say she says, "Okay, Flick
no.
Priest."
Marisol,
Flick then says, "Oh no, I'm not the priest."
That can't work because
She's only got one
Marisol
person.
could be Ravenna. She could be Ravenna. And Ravenna is also Mystics here, so that wouldn't work.
But then Freya would come out now if Ravenna would.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
It would
blame
also
Freya,
not
I don't
work.
think so.
It would
But
also not work.
Ned
because I might get
wanted to say
disinformation.
something. Yeah. Ned
go
wanted
ahead.
to say something.
I wanted to comment on what Elliot said about the Wolverine. If what he says is correct, and it probably most likely is, that Daniel was the target. So if Gro was the closest one wolf to her, therefore Barbie and Lucas are wolves because they are equidistant from Daniel.
No, I think you misunderstood the Wolverine role.
No, it said closest wolf to the person attacked was, you would get that noise. Therefore, if Daniel was attacked, we got the Wolverine noise.
On the first, maybe.
Was it closest
Yeah,
or was it?
Daniel was 7, 8 was dead, Wolverine was 9.
I was 6, so I wouldn't have. I would have been the nearest wolf had I been a wolf. So actually, I think that clears me.
No, it doesn't. Barbie, it tells us literally
That doesn't actually clear you.
absolutely nothing because Gro was
If I
next
were a wolf
by default,
and I was next to Daniel and I was alive and Gro
Gro
was
was
2
also
seats
next to
further.
She wasn't. She was next to Daniel. Corella was already dead.
Oh, okay, then the numbers don't matter anymore. Okay,
Yes.
never mind then.
His
I'm not
entire
clear.
train of thought was useless.
So Simon, you wanted to come out, right?
Yeah, I'm the bodyguard. Night 1, I protected myself.
Don't say who you. No, don't say who you're protecting.
Yeah, like,
Or at least not last night.
Giving too much information out here. Like,
Simon, just say your bodyguard, and if anyone wants to counterclaim, then
Well,
you
no,
can
it's just
say
usually
night.
people say, who did you protect? And
Yeah,
I want to say
but we
who
don't
I
need that.
protected to kind of do
Yeah,
deal.
Because we actually didn't lose any villager. So the only one who could counterclaim is either the real bodyguard or werewolf. So you don't have to say
Or
anything.
Daniel, because he's out. But
yeah. Okay.
Right, so
Thanks,
does anyone
Simon.
else? I just don't think there's any point not revealing roles because, as Lucas says, there are no dead villagers.
I agree. I think we can protect Freya, like for the rest of the game. There's already 3 dead werewolves, so I'm the hag.
I thought you might be.
I'm Snow White. So if you kill me, someone's getting a bolt in the face.
Before everyone else jumps, I think we should ask Flick to say something sooner rather than later in this list.
What? I don't.
Yeah, I don't think the order matters.
I think I agree with Elliot. I think the more suspicious people who have been before should come up with their roles first, so they can't just pick what's left.
I don't even know if we should be doing the roles because, like, I don't think I've ever been in a game where everybody suddenly is like, "Hey, we're all these different roles." That kind of defeats the purpose of trying to figure out what's happening in the game.
It helps.
Like 1 or 2
If the purpose is for us to win, then it
Honestly,
yeah, but like,
I agree with Flick.
People can be lying about their roles.
Not if there's no dead villagers.
No good person has died. Everyone can counterclaim. Everyone.
Yeah,
I get
and
that
then we
Flick
end up
doesn't
in
want to
a
have to make something up, but
a cluster of
And
everybody.
counterclaiming.
Flick.
I second Flick.
Who did it first?
Elliot.
Alrighty. Hold on, give me 1 second. I'll mute everybody. All right, Elliot, unmute yourself, give your reasoning, then mute yourself, then Lucas, you go.
If you've not been watching the last 30 seconds, I can't help you.
No, sorry, Flick. There is no reason why we shouldn't come out with our roles because no good role has come out, and if people start claiming roles and there's no counterclaiming, then they're confirmed because there's no reason not to counterclaim if you are the bodyguard, if you are Freya, if you're the tough man, and you arguing against that. Either that it doesn't help the village at all because it does just waste time. I'm sorry.
Alrighty. Flick, defend yourself.
I just think we're giving an opportunity for like werewolves to counterclaim, and then we're all going to spend ages pointing fingers at each other rather than finding werewolves. Like I don't really see the point of people all coming out with the roles all at once. Like I understand a seer coming out at a particular point. I get that. The rest of it, like, it kind of defeats the entire structure of the game. And, like, I don't know. It feels like if I was a werewolf, I would probably have people then arguing over who was what role and then have multiple people, or even multiple werewolves saying that they're all, like, what, I don't know, bodyguards or seers or God knows what. So I don't know. I don't really personally like when people do that. I feel like it deconstructs the game, and that's just where I stand on it. It's not my thing.
If we're in questions, don't you think it would be great for the village if we had the few remaining werewolves out themselves as one of two suspicious people? Like,
Do you think I could also check
how many
them?
werewolves could we possibly have left? Let them counterclaim, and we'll kill one of each. Like,
We can't kill, like, if there's like two, say if there's one person gets, that's 2 days in a row. Say if there's two, that's multiple days in a row. We can't just keep killing every day because we'll be killing villagers just on the off shot that we might get a werewolf, which is normal. But like in this one, like
that it matters. So.
We could
Like, don't you think I could check them since I'm still alive?
Simon has a question. Let Simon ask a question.
one per night though, so you're already killing someone before you've checked.
Let Simon ask his question.
Sorry, if you were a werewolf, would you prefer to be killed now or not to be killed so that we could then ask everyone else to confirm what their role is?
Sorry, I'm trying to understand this because I'm not a werewolf. So wait.
Okay, well then, would you rather be killed, or would you rather not be killed, and everyone tells their information?
Court has settled. We're voting on Flick's life. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So he's seven to kill. 3, 2, 1. That's 6. So you're still alive, Flick.
Can you unravel what you mean, Simon? Because I don't.
So what I was saying is, killing you would then stop everyone else getting to reveal their role this day. Whereas we keep you alive now.
No. I follow you now. I didn't follow you then. I've got you now.
Okay,
that
well,
makes sense.
The important thing wasn't that you did; it was that everyone else did, so that we could keep you alive, so that we could then reveal everyone's roles.
So anyone who wants to claim a role,
down, to be honest, that's just silly.
Anyone who wants to claim a role, please raise your hand.
Can I first ask people why you voted down on her right now? Because if she's a villager, you would have just destroyed our whole system.
I'm basing it on.
I don't think she's a villager.
I don't think she's a villager, and
matter.
I'm basing it on how Strawberry is voting because she's desperately trying to keep werewolves alive.
Strawberry.
I think people are like
that is not necessarily true.
If you want,
You're not saying it's
claim a
full
role.
size,
I mean, it's not. And she's agreeing with Flick. So if Flick is a werewolf, she is 100%. And I don't know about Balash.
No.
But
No, don't get me wrong. The reason I didn't vote down on Flick is because I don't believe she's a werewolf, but I do believe she has a role.
Yeah, I think she's one of the two bad ones. Wicked Witch or Ruby.
Yeah, I think Witch.
To take a leaf out of Daniel's book, I'm not accusing Flick of being a werewolf, but I do believe she's on their team.
So, just to clarify, Blash isn't revealing his role. Elliot's not revealing his role. Andreas is not revealing his role.
I'm going to reveal my role, but I just don't want to know why people try to sabotage the system.
Luciana's not.
Look, here's the thing.
I did.
I don't
I'm
like
the vanilla villager.
I think it's a bit like when people get upset about the ghost. I feel like this is kind of deconstructing a game. I understand your logic, but
No,
like,
it's not deconstructing, Philip.
when every single person comes out, it defeats some of the, like there's a lot to be said about
It's
people not
perfectly
coming out
fair.
when they
But I
feel-
mean, the 3 nights before we did a pretty good job.
Can we just
so
stop talking about this? Flick has her opinion, we have ours. And the
We
rest
have
wants to ask
3
why I
minutes
voted
left.
down. I voted down because I don't think we can convince Flick of our reasoning.
I don't think we need to.
No,
I
and
was just-
I think she will keep asking us why, and I'd rather have her.
In all fairness, I do agree with Flick on the coming out thing because that defeats the whole mystery of the game.
The mystery of the game only benefits the bad people.
Yes.
Not always.
What's
Not
your
always.
role then?
No, not always. It could
Okay,
benefit
guys,
the
we got
village.
3 minutes. Can we move on from that?
Andreas wanted to say something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we just have a few people who haven't claimed yet. So I'm the priest. That is that out as well. And if we want to do the system, everyone has to claim, and who has not claimed. I understand a little bit the talk about it destroys the game a little bit, but I think we are 4 nights in, and then it's like coming out with roles is always a fair tactic in all circumstances. That we do
It usually hurts the village more. In this case, in case we are doing so good, that's why it profits us.
The werewolves already know.
Okay, guys.
2 minutes
can
left.
I will say something, which is I'm perfectly happy to come out with my role when people ask me to. I'm hanging back a little because it gives the werewolves a little more rope to hang themselves on, because if one of them claim my role, I can counteract it. I do have a role. I'm not going to say I'm a vanilla villager.
I
don't mind. I think actually the werewolves will do it now because...
There's only one non-vanilla role not claimed.
Yeah.
Yeah, Elliot.
Okay, then leave it at that.
Okay. I will say this: if you don't want to come out as your role, no one's forcing to you. So don't.
No one's forcing.
The way I am playing is, I think that you should.
More information is always good for the village.
Yeah.
Because the werewolves already know who's bad or not. So.
Yeah.
Because I understand everybody's logic. I just kind of feel like if we do this every game,
I'm gonna nominate Barbie.
For me, it's kind of like if some people hate ghosts. I think this is not the best way to go about it. I understand.
Mari has nominated.
I know. I'm muting everybody. Mari, who'd you nominate? Because I didn't hear.
I nominated Barbie, and I'm doing it just to buy time because our time's running out.
Do I have a second? Do not have a second. Game may continue.
I nominate Strawberry.
I have 1 for Strawberry. Do I have a second?
I second it.
Luciana seconds it. I saw her fingers first. Alrighty. I'm gonna do this one more time. All right, unmute yourself. Who nominated first? Lucas? All right, give your reasoning.
So one of the reasons is obviously time, and I suspect Strawberry more than Barbie. And second is she's against our coming out, which I just say I don't understand it because I don't think that way. And it also doesn't break the game. It's just the werewolves didn't have good choices with killing. And we had good choices with killing werewolves. That's why we should use our good play to share information, because more information is always good for the village. Because werewolves start with way more information than we do.
Yeah. Same. And the werewolves, they already know who's on their team. So they have more information than us. And I feel like Strawberry didn't really say. So it felt like she's repeating a lot what Flick has said. And that's something I find kind of sus. But I mean, she has been on my list since, I don't know, day 2. So yeah.
Alrighty. Everybody's still muted. All right. Start your defense.
Okay, in my defense, I said I agreed with her opinion. Everybody has their different opinions on how the game should be played. And for me, it defeats the whole point of the game if everybody just comes straight out and says what they are. That is why I agreed with Flick.
All right, you can open up for questions because I'm assuming she's done.
Second or third nomination? I can't remember what we're on. Second? Okay, that's my only question.
If we have no questions, we'll go straight into the voting.
Okay, I have a question. How many vanilla villagers do you think there really are?
Honestly, I'm not too sure.
How many werewolves are left?
I have no idea.
You didn't see last night?
No.
Are you the Wicked Witch?
No.
Are you a special role that we shouldn't kill you?
Say that again, sorry.
Are you Ravenna?
No.
Are you a special role?
No.
I guess we're done with questions, so...
No, I have a question. Who should we kill rather than you, Strawberry? Because if it's either you or someone else, who would you kill?
Honestly, I don't know.
You need to know, because otherwise you're not helpful to the village. I'm sorry. You have to tell us a name.
Alrighty. That sounds like a demand, Lucas. That's not a question. So I'm not allowing that one. You do not have to answer that. We're now voting on Strawberry's life. Again, we need 7 to kill. 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's plenty enough. You bring Strawberry down into Gallows. You're so certain she's like evil and all this. Y'all strap her up to the... Y'all seem really cruel today, so y'all should gonna string her up by the tallest tree you can find. She screams bloody murder to her. She's suffocated to death. Killed yourself a villager. Alrighty. Well, let's get... Alright, Daniel's already back. Sweet. Alright, everybody now sound asleep, dreaming happy little nothings. I think my next game I'm going to put where nobody can come out, because this is like 2 games in a row in my games. Everybody's just coming out with rolls. I'm actually kind of tired of it. Spent all this time designing these games. Anyway, let me get Old Hag to wake up. Old Hag, who do you want to send out? Here you go, Old Hag. Go to sleep. Bodyguard, bodyguard. What are you going to protect tonight? Hey, bodyguard. Priest, you want to use your power tonight? Wake on up. Think your priest go to sleep? Alright, my wolves. All my wolves, wake on up. Think your wolves go to sleep? Alpha Wolf, wake on up. Alpha Wolf. You want to use your power? Alpha Wolf, wake up. Thank you. Alright. Alpha will go to sleep. Ravenna, wake on up. Who do you want to look at? You want to use your second ability? Who you want to target? You can go to sleep. Freya, wake on up. Who you want to look at? Wicked Witch, Wicked Witch. You want to use your power tonight? You Wicked Witch, go to sleep. Alrighty. I'll tell you what happened last night. First off, Ed, for some reason, they just love your stand-up comedy over at Algrami Village because Daniel put in a good word for you, so they want you to come do an act. So we see you tonight. Last night, Elliot had died. But Andreas goes over to Chet's house. He just died peacefully in his sleep somehow. Oh. And that's all.
Okay, so I just want to say I don't know how I survived. We should kill Graham. I'm the old hag.
I was just about to say that.
Yeah, Graham is the werewolf.
Okay.
Is the werewolf. I'll nominate Graham.
He's the alpha wolf. by the way.
Can we just?
Can we just talk about, because I think Elliot
Oh,
died
it
because
was
he
seconded.
was
It was
poisoned.
seconded. Or yes, it was already seconded.
Oh.
Hold on. Y'all, can give me a chance to start the timer. The next day here. And who nominated who? And who seconded?
I think I nominated Graham.
All right. Who seconded? It was Mari, right? All right. Give your reasonings.
I didn't second that.
It was Graham.
Oh, Graham seconded?
I didn't
Graham
second
seconded.
it.
Graham seconded it.
Oh, he seconded himself?
Yes.
Did you second yourself, Graham?
I don't.
All right. Give y'all reasoning. You're muted, Graham.
You're muted, Graham.
We can kill me or we can kill Daniel.
It's...
Happy to have a counterclaim.
I checked you. I think I checked you last night, so I know you're the alpha wolf. But I
That
don't think we
doesn't
should kill
help
him right away. I think we should leave him alive one more night. I mean, not night, one more round, so we can get a couple more toxins.
Give me a chance to use the alpha wolf ability. Good idea. Yeah.
No, I'm talking about right now. We still have 3. This is the first nomination. We can kill him on the last one. But
True. We should not drag the day. We should not drag the day because we have a clear werewolf. We should not drag the day.
Alrighty. Graham, defend yourself.
I'm good.
All right, you got a minute to defend yourself. If not, I'm going to open up the questions. All right, any questions?
Who are your partners?
I plead the fifth.
Okay, I'm going to assume there's no questions.
Graham, do you think we should save this kill?
I was going to say.
This is the Fifth Amendment where you don't have to answer if it implicates yourself, right?
Guys, it's either Graham. You want to say it's either me or you, right?
No, he
Because I have
doesn't want to say
I have
anything.
to say it as a question. I'm sorry.
Oh, maybe
that's why I'm asking.
Graham, do you?
I'm not asking, but I'm
let
asking.
me ask this, Graham. Do you refuse to answer any more questions?
I've got a question.
I plead the fifth.
All right, I'm just going to do this then. He refuses to answer any more questions, so we're just going straight into voting. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I need 6 votes to kill. 3, 2, 1. Six is just enough to kill. You drag Graham down to the gallows. Gonna put a silver bolt through his heart. Daniel's pulling the trigger. Graham transforms into something like much bigger than any normal wolf you ever seen. He's like been going to gym like 3 times a day, lifting like 15-mile weights, like super huge. And then his sprouts runs out. He's a big ass werewolf. You just killed him. That was a quick day, guys. Very, very nice.
This is Dugan. I'd like to come and say I'm proud of my village.
I don't know why he's here. He's just a deity. Old hag, wake on up. All right, there you go. Go to sleep. Hey, new note started. Alrighty. Let me get my bodyguard to wake up. Your bodyguard go to sleep. Priest, you want to use your power tonight? Thank you, Priest. Go back to sleep. All right, my wolves, wake on up. What do y'all want to eat on tonight? All right, thank you. Go back to sleep. Let me get my alpha wolf to wake up. You want to turn that person? Yeah, wolf, go to sleep. Ravenna, wake on up. What do you want to look at? Who did you check? Oh. You want to use your second power? Take your Ravenna and go back to sleep. Freya, wake on up. Who do you want to look at? Thank you, Freya. Go to sleep. Wicked Witch. What's your ability tonight? Thank you, Wicked Witch. Go to sleep. Y'all wake up in the morning. Yuri, you hear crazy screams coming from Mari's house. You run over. You see blood going outside the door into the streets. And you find Mari ripped to shreds. She is dead.
And just one question. I thought I died in the previous night because you said anything with they came to my house and I was peaceful, died in my sleep.
You found a dead person last night.
Yeah, okay, I misunderstood that.
Oh, I also thought you died.
Yeah, that's
no,
what
he found Elliot sleeping.
Yeah, I went into the dead chat for a second. I didn't see anything other than me asking how I died. And then people said, Are you dead? Are you dead? And then I came back and didn't see anything. But I understand when people want me to drop out.
No.
If you didn't see anything.
What Jürgen said is that you found Elliot sleeping, which makes me think that werewolves did not kill, but Ravenna used her poison.
Or the Wicked Witch.
Yeah.
Or the... I think I'm talking about...
So no one was sent out this day and last night, right? Jürgen?
No.
Oh, wait.
I sent.
No, I am asking Jugen. Sorry, Daniel.
What happened?
So no one was sent out this night and last night. No one was sent out.
I asked a hag if they want to send people out, and they give me an answer.
No. Okay. And second question: if a role is turned, do they lose their ability, or is it stacked? So if the old tag, so for example, the old tag is turned, do they still keep the power or not?
No, they become a werewolf.
Yeah.
So they lose their power.
They lose their power.
Absolutely no way the alpha wolf hasn't used their power.
Yeah, and Daniel is prime candidate for that.
Actually, I didn't send anyone out. I'm not turned into werewolf. I didn't.
Yeah, what I'm saying, Daniel, is I want you to send someone out next night, because if you don't, you will.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will say that I didn't protect Marisol last night because I thought she had actually turned, which is why I didn't protect her. With the whole thing she was saying about I've lost my one life and things like that, I thought that was kind of like maybe she hadn't and she was bluffing it. So that's why I did not protect her last night.
Can anyone give me a short rundown of last day? Because I went to get a drink when I thought
it was very short. Daniel came back. We lost Elliot because he was poisoned, probably, so he died in his sleep. And Daniel said, I'm the old tag, Graham is lying. Daniel nominated him, Graham seconded himself, and he refused to answer any questions, and that's why he died. And he was the Alpha Wolf.
Okay.
Alpha Wolf, yeah.
Is there any absolute possibility that Elliot could have been the tough guy and he died and Lucas has been lying the whole time?
But I think he would have.
Why
said
should
so.
Elliot not counterclaim? Elliot would love to counterclaim me.
This is exactly why I said when people started claiming roles, we could get into this sort of mess. And this is exactly the mess we're in now.
No, Simon.
But if you're a villager and you don't counterclaim, you're just a bad villager.
No, there's a mess. Because now you think that Lucas was lying about the top guy. You think it was Elliot. So that's a mess.
No, he just asked.
I just don't.
Yeah, but Lucas came out like 2.
Flick, we found Graham. It's not a mess.
Like 2, which was ages
I'm saying
before.
about the roles coming out. That's what I'm saying. Like
I would like to think what Balash thinks, because.
Yeah, Balash, you said you will be more active later on in the game.
Yeah. And
so now talk a lot, please. 2 minutes. Okay. 2 minutes of you talking.
Yay. I was suspicious of Elliot because he said something, but it seems that he was a villager. I don't know. I would say that I'm suspicious from the beginning because I voted up to keep Steve alive, but I had nothing on him. I agree that it was suspicious that he didn't trust you, Lucas. But before that, I just voted to kill Coraller. And just 2 minutes before that, I said that I don't want to kill anyone because he said that he had a role. He hadn't wake up yet. And he is not useful for the village. And that didn't add up at all. Because if you are waking up during the night with these roles, I would say that you are needed for the village. I would also add to that I don't want to be killed by my team.
Andreas?
Yeah, I have in my notes that when we had you in the first day, I think it was, you said you had a power that you haven't used yet. Is that what you're claiming still?
I won't say I'm using it.
So you're using it, and you don't want to be killed by your team.
Yep.
So are you Ravenna then?
No.
Are you sure?
I'm very sure that I'm not Ravenna.
But do you have information that could help the village?
No, not much.
Cherry, Gary, Bouncy, what do you have to say to that?
Well,
because I feel like there's only 2 roles.
Yeah.
One role that you cannot have used yet, which is yours, and one role where you don't want to be killed by your own team, which is Ravenna.
So I really thought that Mary was Freya, but I don't think she was, because if she's just been killed and I would have been activated as a seer, so I think she's actually been lying the whole time, because if she was the seer, I would have been activated because she's just died. I do.
That's true.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or you. Yeah.
Would you not
I
have
am
been
actually.
Yeah.
You could be lying about Snow White.
So if Freya has died, you would notify the apprentice here, right?
Wait, what?
If Freya died, you would notify the apprentice here that he or she becomes the seer.
Well, they're gonna have to listen to who I call at night.
So.
No, so you won't notify them.
Do they know to wake up?
So.
You would need to say when Freya dies, Jugan, for the apprentice here to know that.
Well, the apprentice here is Snow White, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So he would have said
Snow White tonight. That will answer your question. I'm not answering your question now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So she might still have said
He won't write you, Jerry. So we will not know this night.
But there's no information now.
Yeah.
No, sorry. I thought that I got the apprentice got activated in the morning, not the night. So that's my mistake then. I've got to be honest. There is a couple of people that I do have on my hit list, just based on watching people play in the last few videos. Don't hate me. Don't hate me. Luciana is, because she's very quiet, and normally when she's played good roles, she's brilliant at calling out werewolves, and she hasn't been, and she's been fairly quiet. Flick as well, she was quite quiet. Oh god, she's gonna hate me for the story. And she's been very defensive. Yeah, and it's been very defensive on when she has been called out.
I think my heart's just not in it after that whole everybody revealing their roles, because that is a real bugbear for me, and that's just kind of really annoyed me. And I think that's just like my heart's not completely in it at the minute.
Yeah.
So that might be influencing that somewhat, but just I understand like one or two roles, but like everybody is just game breaking, and yeah.
No, it always hurts the village more than the werewolf.
Yeah, we had that.
Yeah, but we had this discussion.
Yeah, let's skip.
I just think I think it's not a good idea generally in game. Not necessarily that it couldn't help the village, but just generally as a game style, not.
Let's talk about this afterwards when we don't have a timer on our heads.
Yeah. So there were two other people. Daniel, again, he's very vocal when he's werewolf, but
he's also vocal when he's not a werewolf. He's always vocal.
Yeah, the other one as well is Barbie, because she voted up to keep Graham alive, and then everyone
because I wanted us to get 2 more nominations. I was going to vote him out for sure. There was no question for me about that. But Marisol was suggesting as well that we should keep him alive a little bit longer so we could talk still more, because the timer had just started and we didn't take advantage of that. So that's why I would have voted him out for sure.
Well, I will nominate Flick.
I second that.
Sorry.
All right, give y'all's reasoning.
Flick is not helpful to the village. I don't think she's a werewolf, but she's probably one of the 2 bad roles.
All right, who was the second one?
That was me. I'm still suspicious on her, and that was already way before this whole roles coming out thing, and it hasn't gone away for me. The suspicion is still there.
Alrighty. I'm gonna mute everybody. Alrighty, Flick, go ahead and unmute yourself and defend yourself.
Like, I'm defending myself simply because like there's no point like saying I'm not really like my heart's not in it now, because like I feel like that kind of is game breaking, and I do. I think it's a bit pointless at this point. I don't know. I am completely hung up on that thing, because like I just feel like I can understand the logic, but at the same time, like if we just die every game, it's stupid, and like I'm stuck on it. It's a bit like Joseph with ghosts. This has just really bugged me, and regardless of what you think, whether or not I'm sus or not, it is most likely just probably because I'm quite irked at that. I just like I get it with like certain roles, but like everyone at once just completely destroys the entire fabric of the game. yeah, like I don't really have a defense. I'm just a bit pissed at the minute about that, and a bit annoyed. That's it.
All right. Time to ask questions if you have any, unless Flit refuses to answer questions.
No, people can ask if they want.
You might have any questions?
I just want to say, watching Flick in the past game, she's really fun to watch. And that one game where she was the last person standing, and I think you won as a werewolf, but no one thought you were the werewolf. That was brilliant to watch. And I'm sorry that this is what you're participating in the game.
It's just one thing. It's a bit like when Joseph gets upset about ghosts. I just don't feel that every single roll all at once is a good way. Like, I understand your logic on this, but it does kind of destroy the fun of kind of the intrigue of dashing and trying to figure out who's who. And like, that's kind of ruined the possibility of what could have been the rest of this game. So like that's just where I'm at.
Would you say now what you are, though, because you're on the chopping block?
No, because you're probably going to kill me, so like you'll find out when you kill me. Like, what would be the point?
Alrighty, we're voting on Flick's life. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we need 6 to kill. I know I just muted people. What happened? All right, there we go. 3, 2, 1. Bring Flick down to the gallows, because you really suspect her as being on the bad team. You haul her up to the burning post. You're going to set fire to her. She screams out screams like you never heard before in your life. Killed yourself, a villager. Let me get old Had to wake up. Who you want to send out? Take your old Had, go to sleep. Bodyguard, wake on up. Who do you want to protect tonight? Anybody gotta go to sleep? Priest, wake on up. You want to use your ability tonight? Take your priest, go to sleep. All right, my wolves, wake on up. Who y'all want to kill tonight? I think wolves go to sleep. Snow White, wake on up. What do you want to look at? I'll let you know if they're a werewolf or not. Snow White, go to sleep. Alpha Wolf. Sorry, I forgot to wake you. Do you want to turn that person? Hey, Alpha Wolf, go to sleep. Ravenna, wake on up. Who you want to look at? Think Ravenna, go to sleep. Sorry, for Ravenna, do you want to use your second power? Okay, thank you, Ravenna, go to sleep. Wicked Witch. You want to use your power? Thank you. Go to sleep. Y'all wake up. Ned, you heard a lot of commotion next door in Simon's house. You go to check Simon's house. The windows all busted in. Everything gone away. You see some body parts, but you see most of his body dragged off into the woods. You assume that Ned is dead. Ned, you're dead. Thank you for playing.
Who is dead now? Simon or Ned?
I'm sorry, Ned, you were still awake. Simon is dead.
Yeah.
I was also thinking that was going to go differently.
Ned, turn your camera back on.
Yeah.
Simon is dead.
Yeah, I thought so.
Ned got so scared of the dead body.
And no one was sent out?
Nobody was sent out. Snow White wasn't even mentioned, which makes...
No, Snow White was mentioned.
Snow White was
mentioned.
Okay, sorry. I slept too long. Sorry.
But yeah, Daniel is going to need
He was
to answer some
turned.
questions.
Yeah. Daniel was turned.
Jerry, did you check anyone
at
before
this
we
point-
go to anything else?
Yeah, Barbie. Barbie's good.
Yeah, well, she's not a werewolf. She's not a werewolf. Don't forget.
Yeah.
Okay.
She didn't check out.
I cannot
But
say
we have-
anything, so
But we have a problem now because our bodyguard's dead. So that's probably me dead tomorrow.
Should we, before we do anything, talk about who Gary is going to shoot when she's inevitably be eaten tonight?
Oh,
Because we can't
well-
have any input once she's dead.
I was
you
going to take out Barbie. I was going to take out Barbie because I really thought she was bad, but she's been cleared. Because there aren't any Lycans in the game, are there?
No.
I feel like Balash has to say something now.
Yeah, I think it's
Because
between
he-
Barbie and Palash as well.
No,
And you don't think Daniel not sending someone out is...
No, I think we vote out Daniel now because we have
No,
the
we
most.
are going
But
to
in terms
vote
of
out Daniel,
she's
but-
shooting.
Yeah,
Okay.
who is she going to shoot?
Yeah.
And Barbie was cleared by Jerry.
Me. I always care. Honestly, Luciana, I think I based
Oh
on
God!
past-
Don't!
Yeah.
Oh my God! Okay, no, you should not. Okay, wait a second. Because Ned and I, both of us are claiming vanilla villagers, right, Ned?
I also claimed that. I did, just on the record, when Simon called me out on the first day, I said I'm a villager.
I have a risk question
So
to
that's-
Jugan. If Ravenna or the Wicked Witch die, would you tell us their roles or would you say villager?
A werewolf, yeah.
No, I'd say villager or werewolves.
Okay, yeah. So we probably killed one of the bad two
I
already.
think
because
so. I think Flick was one of
yeah,
them.
Flick
Okay.
had weird screams.
I mean, I honestly, I need you to trust me because if we kill too many villagers, it's down to numbers, and we could easily lose on the village team. So, what I would like to hear from Balash is his role.
Sorry, can I just ask one question? Would I see Ravenna or the witch as villager or werewolf?
It's villagers.
The
He
Barbie
already
one?
said it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
He already said
Ju-
it.
The apprentice seer acts like a regular seer, and you're just trying to find werewolves. If it's not a werewolf,
Yeah.
I'll say this.
No, I don't think it's Luciana. She nominated and seconded on werewolves before.
Yeah, so basically, I was involved in 2 werewolf kills. So, at
Leave
least.
And I don't think she's
the other
turned
one?
because I think we all agree that Daniel is the one.
Yeah.
Who got turned. Yeah.
Yeah.
Balash.
I'm the diseased.
Yeah, I thought you were hinting that. The problem is you also hinted at once when you were a werewolf, Balash.
And
I
you
remember
said
that
you
game.
had a role that could bring us information, or am I
Nope.
wrong?
No, I haven't said that.
Okay. I thought Elliot was
I'm 50-50 on Balash. The problem is he hasn't said anything at all. You know, if you want to die by the werewolves, Balash, you should be active and throw out names.
Okay. I don't know. When I'm active, I won't die. When I'm not active, I won't die. I'm usually around for the late game. I don't know why. Daniel can confirm that during the Harry Potter game, I was trying to force my death when he said wood as the reference. And I made it to the last 4. So,
I mean, what
must
role
have
did
gone
Elliot
both left
claim
and right,
then?
even after.
Elliot didn't claim a role.
that's why
He
I
kind of
said that
alluded
I'm.
to something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why.
He
That's
also
why I,
alluded to deceased Elliot. Yeah.
yes, that's why I said that I was suspicious of him.
I mean,
But if he had been a deceased, oh yeah, no, if the
Yeah,
witch killed him, that
He was
doesn't work.
poisoned. Yeah.
he was
was
poisoned. Yeah.
But the disease,
thing-
but we cannot confirm the disease until
We
the
can't.
werewolves kill them. So even a plain villager can say that.
But that
they-
might be the reason that the witch decided to kill him to get the deceased out.
One thing that I would like to point out, and I don't know if it means anything, in the very beginning, when the game started, Daniel called out Balazs. He said, he's very suspicious of Balazs and of Corella. Corella was a werewolf.
Yeah.
Then
And Daniel
Balazs
was good
his
at the
second
beginning,
suspicion. And then he was good, yes, exactly. And Daniel is very good when he's good. I know that much from playing with him once. But now he's not saying that anymore, and we know that he turned. I didn't think Balazs was suspicious at that time, but then again, I have been stabbed in the back many times.
Whatever I see now will be used
So-
against me. So
I mean, his voting was a bit sus.
I feel
because
at
he
least
voted-
worth considering.
Yeah, sure.
He voted to save Flick, and I do believe that Flick was.
It was a sympathy vote. I agree with her that coming out with all the roles at the same time, it's breaking the game.
Well, it didn't
Yeah,
actually
it's a discussion
happen,
for later.
but it's it's
I
for
know,
later.
I know. But I was aware that she will.
I kind of agree with Flick on that actually.
Yeah, again, we should talk about it later.
I will address it in a debrief.
Because there's definitely two camps
Okay,
of that.
so let's not lose any more time. I'll nominate myself or whatever. Nominate me and let's do this because
Yeah, I'll nominate Daniel.
at this
Did I
I cannot
convince you,
counter the I
Bounty?
cannot counter the logic. If I lie, you would never believe me. So just let's go with it and
I'll
do
nominate
what's-
Daniel.
Alrighty, so Daniel nominated himself and Luke.
Okay, I second. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Give your reasoning, Daniel. I think I
I
just heard.
mean, it's Lucas. Your logic now is super good. So if I lie, no one would believe me. Everything is. I made a mistake, so I feel bad for that, and yeah. So sorry to my team. So that's it. Yeah.
I think we should just vote.
Okay. Forfeit your reasoning.
Well, he must have been turned.
I mean, now it's his defense. Does he nominate himself?
Yeah, I mean, no. We can skip this. We can skip this because we should just
Alright.
move the game along. It
Anybody
was my
want
mistake.
questions?
I made a mistake.
You refuse to
No, no,
answer
no.
questions?
Thanks, Daniel.
Okay. Alrighty. All right, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I need 5 votes to kill Daniel. 3, 2, 1. 1 up. You bring Daniel down into gallows. Gonna shoot a silver bullet in him. I gotta come up with more inventive ways to kill people. And he screams out as he transforms into a wolf, howling at the moon. Kill yourself a werewolf. Alrighty, everybody sound asleep. Old hag, wake on up. Who do you wanna send out of the village? You old hag, go to sleep. Bodyguard. Who do you want to protect tonight? Take you, bodyguard, go to sleep. Priest, you want to use your power tonight? Take your priest, go to sleep. My wolves. Who you want to eat up tonight? Thank you, wolves. Go to sleep. Alpha wolf, wake on up. You want to turn that person? Yeah, wolf, go to sleep. Ravenna, what do you want to look at? I give you theirs after roll. You Ravenna, go to sleep. Snow White. Snow White. Snow White, go to sleep. And Wicked Witch, wick on up. When you use your power. You Wicked Witch, go to sleep. All right, Ned, once again, I'm sorry, but you heard screams in Gary's house. Go find her. But you don't just find her, you find two bodies. You see her mauled to death. For some reason, Barbie came over for a sleepover, and in her panic, she shot Barbie. And Gary and Barbie are dead.
Didn't she clear her?
And now we're down to 5 people, so only need 1 nomination.
What happened? Didn't she clear Barbie herself?
Yeah, but I think she believed that she's Ravia. I think it's Balash. I think it's Balash.
Yeah.
Because Balash would know Elliot's role, because he could have checked Elliot. He's 1, Elliot is 2. Usually, some people just check their neighbors, you know. So he knows Elliot is a deceased, and that's why he could counterclaim Elliot successfully, because he knows Elliot's exact role. That's my suspicion.
What do you think? What role am I?
Ravenna.
Sorry.
No. I think he's a werewolf. Otherwise,
okay,
Gary wouldn't have died.
True, yeah.
Because
The
Ravenna
alpha
we
wolf
actually have a werewolf.
can-
Yeah, we have a werewolf left.
The
Yeah.
alpha wolf can only turn once.
Yeah.
Okay. Because that would be awful if you were a werewolf, Lucas.
Is Ravenna still alive? Yeah, Ravenna is still alive, right?
We don't know. I think we don't.
We don't know.
I guess that's why.
But Balash is my super prime suspicion. Luciana is next. Ned and Andreas are actually my safe list.
I still don't understand why she killed Barbie. Why would
Yeah,
she
well,
go
it
for-
happened. It happened.
Oh, okay.
You know, hunter ability is always gut feeling. So I'll nominate Balash.
I think
sorry.
that it's between Balash and Ned. They might both be evil, but yeah, I think Balash.
I'm okay with going with
Obviously, you're okay
Balash
with
first.
killing someone else.
Yeah, no, but I mean, he has been sus for me
Wait,
since
was
like
there
I
a
don't know.
nomination or just talk about nominating?
We're just talking about.
Okay.
Thank you.
I mean, he was sus from I don't know, day 3 ago or so. So, I mean, I have been asking him a lot of questions.
Yeah, and I'm suspicious since day 1 to some.
No, but you said you would help us later on in the village. But
yeah,
you did.
and then there was
I'm trying. I'm trying, but I cannot.
Are you Ravenna?
No, I'm not.
No, he must be a
I'm
werewolf. I
I'm
forgot we
honestly
actually
not.
have a werewolf. Yeah.
We still have, yeah.
Ravenna can also kill.
Yeah, but only once.
Did she use
I
the
mean,
power?
Elliot could have been killed by the witch as well.
Yeah, I think Elliot really was poisoned.
Elliot was poisoned. Yeah.
And probably pretty early too.
Yeah, but that wasn't Ravenna then.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think Ravenna used her power to kill one of Marisol's lives. After you blessed her, I think?
No, I blessed myself.
Okay.
I wanted to, if they take me at night, that they think I'm Freya and waste another kill.
But
Ned, what do you think between Luciana and Balash?
Well, Balash, yeah, first, definitely.
Yeah. So I'll nominate Balash.
All right.
We'll just see what happens
What's your
next
reasoning,
time.
we
Lucas?
don't need a second.
He's my most suspicious person out of Balash, Luciana, and Ned.
That's a fine.
Alrighty. Blige, hold on. All right, defend yourself. You got a minute, then people can ask questions.
Okay. I'm on the village team. I'm the diseased. I don't really want to die. If you choose that you want to kill the disease, then I guess I'm okay with it. Just be prepared for the next day if there is one more werewolf kill. I think Luciana is good, so I suspect Ned mostly. Andreas as a priest is valid. Lucas, you are claiming the tough guy from the very beginning, so I think it's Ned, but I'm not sure. And if you want to have questions, go on.
Are you gonna ask questions? If there's no questions, we'll go straight into defense.
So you would rather vote on Ned than Luciana, right?
Yes.
Okay.
What makes you more suspicious of Nat than Luciana?
Luciana was the first who came out as the plain villager, as I recall, and she gave some really good reasoning behind it. So Ned also had some, so that's why I'm not 100%. But between the two of them, I think it's Ned.
Do you remember who else claimed plain villager? Besides
You did Barbie, Ned, Crow. Yeah, Steve.
Strawberry did too. And
yep.
Yeah, and Sheep died as a villager, so who knows?
Okay, thank you.
Oh, that's okay. Alrighty, we're voting on Elijah's life. Oh, I turned my camera off. That's what I did. I don't know what I did with my camera. Oh, I changed cameras. That's what I did. All right, my camera won't come back on, but you don't need to see me anyway. So there's 5 of you. I need 3 to vote down. 3, 2, 1. 4 down. Lodge. They drag you down to the gallows. For some reason, they burn you to the stake. For some reason, you transform into this itty bitty bitty little wolf. That's kind of cute, rather, and y'all feel immediately bad for burning this little cub to the death. And that was the last werewolf.
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Oh, there we go. I got it on. I don't know why I did that. It switched to a different
camera.
It's like I was the.
All right, I'm gonna mute everybody. So give it a little debrief here. First off, I fully agree with Flick and anybody else that says that coming out with all your rolls that early on is bad for the game. Night 1. Oh, that means I'll give everybody's roll. All right, I pretty much already figured it out by coming out. Elijah was a wolf cub. Elliot was a disease. The first night, the witch poisoned the disease of all people, which is kind of funny. And I rolled the dice and got 3. So in 3 days, he would die. So that night, he was the only one that died. He died because of that. Bodyguard protected themselves the first night. Old Hag, which was Daniel, sent himself out. Andreas was a priest. He gave himself an extra power. He never lost, or extra life, I'm sorry. He never lost that extra life. Luciana, villager. Lucas was a tough guy. Barbie was a villager. Daniel was, like I said, Old Hag. Corella was werewolf. Bro was werewolf. Graham was an alpha wolf. Mari was Freya. Drury was Snow White. Strawberry was the Wicked Witch. Flick was Ravenna. And Steve was a werewolf. Simon was a bodyguard. And Ned was a villager. And the reason I didn't, when y'all killed Ravenna and Wicked Witch. I just said you killed a villager because they're not a werewolf. I was going to say they were on the werewolf's team initially, but then everybody started coming out with the roles. I'm like, nah, that's just way too much info for the village after all that. So like last night, the first night, Daniel sent himself out. The wolves targeted Daniel. Alpha Wolf tried to turn him, but Daniel wasn't there, obviously. So that's why there was no kill the first night. I'll let Ravenna and talk about who they looked at, whatever, if they want. I already said which targeted Elliot. Night 2, Old Hag, which was Daniel, sent out Mari, which came out of Freya. That's why she didn't get to use her power that night. Ravenna tried to looked at Daniel, found out Ravenna found out Daniel was Old Hag and tried to shoot Mari, but Mari was sent out of the village. That's why she didn't lose her life that first night. Then the second night, pretty much the same thing happened. Mari lost her life to Ravenna. Ravenna Chet Simon was found out as bodyguard. Tried to shoot Mari again, so she lost her life. Freya Chet Guri. Then night 4 is when Elliot died. Old Hat sent out Ned. Bodyguard protected Mari. Priest, well, I mean, I don't know why he wrote that because he already used his power. Priest used his power first night on himself. Daniel was turned by the Alpha Wolves on night 4. Reno was Chet the Wolf Cub. She found Bazaz. And after the other discussion came up, like in a direct message, in other games, I know one game I did, like when you return, you kept your power. But that's only when the artifacts are in play. Artifacts let you keep your previous role. And only one other game I let somebody keep the spellcaster because it really didn't mean anything. It was just fun. But normally, when you get turned by the Alpha Wolf, you become a werewolf. You lose your previous role. Now, I thought about me taking over the Old Hag and start sending people out, which I thought would be funny. I already said what I said, so I didn't want to break the game. And then night 4, Mari died. Mari died night 5. That's when Daniel turned and she wasn't protected. So that meant Snow White was activated. She checked Barbie. She got no because she wasn't a werewolf. She was just a villager. And then the wolves killed Simon because Simon protected Ned. And then Snow White was killed. The night 7, Snow White died and she killed Barbie because she thought she might have been a witch. And then y'all killed the last werewolf on day. But like I said, that's my take on it. Like, the point of the game is deduction, not to come out with your role. It like literally breaks the game, especially people that take a lot of time.
Still a lot of deduction left after everybody plays the role, and some of them claim the same role.
Yeah,
so we still had to find the 2 non-werewolf bad evil roles.
Yeah,
and the last 2 werewolves also was not
Lucas, by you
roles.
saying that meant Snow White came out when she didn't need to come out. She hadn't been activated yet. She didn't need to come out. When she came out, everybody knew what she was. So when Freya died, she was an easy target.
Yes. So it coming out also hurts the village. I know.
It's
but
a
it
risk
gives. Yeah, it's a risk.
Like if it makes sense in the context of the game, and in this one, it was an obvious optimal play for the village to come out with their roles. If that's the situation of the game, then so be it.
I would never say every werewolf game everyone should come out. No, in this game we had no village kills. Seriously, no good person died the first 3 nights, and we only killed werewolves.
Yeah, that really hurt the werewolves.
That is the reason why Graham and me both said everyone should come out, and Simon obviously, because he was the one suggested it.
Question over the roles.
We were talking about it in the chat bit, and it's the fact that normally by the time you get to... Normally, if everyone came out day 1, your seer dies very quickly.
Yes.
Your bodyguard dies very quickly, and then you're left guessing with everything else, and the werewolf get the kill, so the odds become against you.
Yes.
I think once we killed... And normally, by the time you get to day 3 and your seer actually has some information, you've had 3 or normally 4, because you rarely get every day correct. Villagers die, and there are some roles there then that the werewolves can claim because they're dead, which acts as cover. You also, I think, had a couple of other sort of play-wise, so there was very little of werewolves claiming bad roles, and then the alpha wolf turned the one person whose power showed up whether or not they were using it, which outed them pretty quickly as well.
Yeah, I agree. I think also it can break the game if you do stuff like that. But now this made only sense in like this very specific situation where you have a lot of information to go on after 3 days. If everyone does it on day 1, then you can't believe either side when someone claims. But in this situation, I think it was the logical thing to do. And we still went down to the line to the last 4 people. So I think if we wouldn't have done it and have used like any other route, the village would have lost the game. That would be.
I see almost coming out of roles as saying you think you've got enough numerical advantage, you don't need any more information, that you can almost just puzzle it out and claim victory now.
And if you can do that on day 1, then it's a broken design and the game should be over quickly anyway, and you move on and play another one.
Yeah, I agree that it was just this particular game.
This is why
And even at the end, I thought Daniel had a shot at pulling it out for us, but
so I had a question.
Lucas was too on top of that, so he's a great player.
I had a question for Ravenna, because you said that she tried shooting me, but she couldn't because I was out.
Yeah.
I would think that would waste the shot because she would shoot.
No, it's still the given that you. So like when the old hag, you're not in the village, so you lose your power. So she couldn't actually shoot you because you're technically not there. So she doesn't waste her shot because you didn't actually get fired. She wants to shoot you, but you're not there to shoot. That makes sense. Like you went on your village, you're no longer there. But instead of waking you up and sending you out first, it gives it away. Then people can actually use targets. That'll take the power away from old hag.
I just want to say I'm very sorry for those people who feel like that ruined the game a little bit, and they obviously didn't have any more fun after that. I think that was not the intention of anyone who came up with the.
And I totally understand that Strawberry.
Often,
I totally understand that Strawberry and Flicker are the most pissed because they're the rows where it is the most difficult to find.
Exactly.
And by outing our rows, obviously we had the easier time to find them.
I had no more fun after I was killed.
I think they're sincere though with their. It's not just because of the roles. And
Steve, you were the first person I checked. I'm sorry. I wanted to trust you. That's why I wanted like the one person.
Yeah, what am I gonna do?
Standing at the crossroads between a life and